Push it?
Yeah. It's 11 right now.
Okay. So give a few minutes for everybody to find us. If you come in here, let us...
wait, there's one person. Margie Butler. Hey, Marge.
Hey, Marge. Okay.
Oh, here's three people. Let's see. As you enter the room, let us know who's here. Classy Creations is here. I'm not sure which, maybe it's all of them. Oh my gosh, hold on. There's something going on with the, okay. The lighting made you look like you were, had two black eyes. I mean, you are dark. Yeah.
I'm a mess still.
Ice Baby is here. Sharon Young, Linda Olson.
Sharon, Linda Olson. Oh, good. They're all
Mary
finding
Kennedy
us.
Hinsey's here.
Hey, Mary.
Verna.
Mary said she has 4 switch-it-ups cut already.
Oh, cool. Ice Baby. She said, hi, ladies.
So we won't waste too much time.
Betty is here.
Betty Ridenauer?
Yes. Eileen is here.
Hey, Eileen Costello.
Yes. Linda Lombardo says hello.
Hey.
Kathy Mangideon is
There's
here.
There's 2 of the Lindas in here
Brenda
so far.
Rudolph is here. Loopy.
Oh, okay, good. Everybody seems like they're finding us okay.
Shalmish is here.
Hey, Shalmish. So,
Barbara Williams. Linda Gustavus.
Oh, good. Another Linda. There's 3 Lindas.
Ice says she's recovering from sinus infection, so going to be slow.
Well, I'll tell you, if you just want to watch.
Barbara Williams says, hey, all.
If you want to watch and pick up all the tips and tricks that I'm going to be laying down, then it'll probably be worth it just to watch.
Man, I did not see you looking like this before we got on camera.
Is it like horrible?
It's horrible.
Well, I look horrible. Okay, that's fine.
You look sick.
Well, I mean, I've got handfuls of hair coming out. Sherry just researched that.
Post-COVID hair loss.
Real bad. I pulled my hair way up just so I won't get any loose hair on me. Hey, Amy. So let's just get started. I feel like
It's 3 after.
Yeah. So we said hello to everyone, hopefully, and welcome. So happy you decided.
Frankie Figueroa is here now.
Okay, Frankie. I'm happy that you all decided to join our class, and hopefully you printed out the pattern, which looks like this on the front. Is only 5 pages, but then you have another PDF that has 1,000,000 pictures in case you need that. But we did it separately, that way you wouldn't clog up your printers printing all those pictures out, because sometimes you don't really need those, but sometimes you do. This is the most simple bag. I made it great for beginners. You can use all kinds of different fabrics, leathers, vinyls.
Show them our assortment.
Oh, today.
And you can model it, G.
Oh.
Model mine, because I put mine on the table. Here, you want me to come over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Today, what was that you interrupted me? I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh, and today we're going to be doing all cotton. Like, I wrote the pattern for all cotton, but I'll throw out some tips and tricks for if you're doing vinyl or leather or whatever.
So look at this one's mine, you guys. I love
this one's hers.
New one.
And this one's mine. Of course, I had to have a black one too, but I wanted to show you guys the difference in the straps. You can use the seatbelt webbing or the cotton webbing, which Valerie has some for sale of the cotton webbing. That's the one that's on mine. It's very lightweight. This bag is very lightweight anyway. Here's just a few different ones.
Look at this. You can switch up your...
so this is the one I was wearing. As you see, it got a little dirty. And then these 2 that were so gorgeous. So anyway, I've made 1,000,000 of them, and so have the people that tested this pattern. And
Eileen says, where do I find the PDF? It should have come with your templates.
yes, we'll get it to you, Eileen. Don't worry. Just watch this demonstration today, and then you'll be fine, and we'll make sure you have everything you need. So, okay, so have no idea. Okay, let's get started. So, in your templates that you purchased, or if you didn't, after watching me cut this, you'll want the templates. These are the 2 templates that come, and your little 1-inch square. So,
Amy says that her hard copy instructions came with the templates. Yeah, they should have come with it. If you purchased the class and did not receive that, I can send a PDF. I'll have to get with...
we'll make sure afterwards that everybody gets what they need. So this is the templates. These are the templates. I will be using the zipper pull installer. I'll be using the zipper box placement ruler, and I will be using just a couple of my templates I already had, the 2 and 2.5, just to make things easier. You don't have to have those, and you'll need a zipper. I will show you how terrible sometimes the zippers come. See how this is flopped up? But I'm going to show you that you can iron them. And webbing.
Greg's here.
Webbing and hardware, marking pins. And so today we'll be doing a black and gray one, and I'm gonna sew with gray thread so you can see what I'm doing good on the
Mary says that she received the pattern link with her order confirmation.
With the class confirmation?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, Mary.
So today, I've already got the ones I'm going to be sewing in the class. I already got them interfaced because that's what takes the longest out of everything. But I'm going to show you today how I cut this with my templates so easily. So I'm going to start with my interfacing.
And don't forget to show them your trick.
Okay, after I cut the squares, I'll show them.
Okay.
Okay, so
Marco's here. Hey, hola.
Okay, hello everyone. Now, this is your interfacing. You're going to want to put this with the bumps against your mat. Look at that gorgeous mat. Oh my gosh. Bumps against the mat and against your template, okay? That way, when you move the template, it will move with you and it won't slide off and make you have a bad cut. So, because I need 4 of these, I am going to just double this over. So now when I cut this, I am going to be cutting 4 at the same time.
Let me announce this. Okay, Classic Creations says that the email should have automatically gone out when you purchase the class. Be sure to check your spam folders as well.
Okay.
Greg says internet is acting up. Is it just him? It looks good on our end, Greg. Maybe go out and come back in. Okay, continue.
So, I've got all my interfacing. I'm going to just make 1 cut. And this will be all 4 pieces that I need to interface my my other rectangle. So I'm going to just set those over there. And with the scraps, I'm going to do the 2-inch. I'm cutting those right together.
Linda Gustafus says she's tried the link with her order and the link did not work.
Okay, we'll get it all straightened out after the class, you guys, I guess.
Oh, wait. Okay. Jessica says she put the PDF in the directions in the Files tab of this particular group so you can download and print it off. So those of you who are having the problem, it's in the Files tab of this group. which is amazing. Thank you, Jessica. That was the best thing to do.
Yes, awesome. So because we need two 2-inch squares of this interfacing and two 2.5-inch squares, I'm going to go ahead and cut that from this piece that I have, and then I will have all my interfacing cut for this project. So there we go. Here's my interfacing, and now we're done with the 101. Okay, I'll put that over here. Like I said, I'm just showing you guys how to cut quickly because I have all my pieces over there that we're going to be sewing interfaced already. So I'll just put my interfacing up, and now I'm going to show you how we're going to cut our fabrics. Now these happen to be 1/2 yard cuts, but if you have fat quarters, it works the same. So I've got my interior, my exterior, and this is for my pocket. So I'm gonna put this away for now, and I'm gonna cut my whole bag in one turn. So I will need 2 of each of these, right? So I'm just gonna take this, put this here, stay away from my selvage edges here, and I'm going to just cut that. Cut that. That.
We're
and
being
that.
thanked for doing this on a Saturday. You're very welcome.
All right, and guess what? I now have my whole bag cut. I've got my 2 pieces of interior, I've got my 2 pieces of exterior, and that's all cut. Now, of course, I will have to look at my pattern and see what I need to cut from my exterior and interior besides this, which are your 2-inch squares and your 2.5, or your, out of your exterior, you're gonna have 2 2-inch squares and 4 2.5-inch squares. It's in your directions. But that is how to cut your whole bag.
Okay, Mary Kennedy, of all people, says I've been taking too much time cutting mine out all separately. Oh, yeah, do it like G just showed it.
And your whole bag's in one cut. And
yeah.
Well, actually 2 cuts. So now we're gonna
that's the pocket.
We're gonna cut the pocket fabric all in one fell swoop too. So we doubled that because we need 2 of these, and I'm gonna have both pockets be the same fabric. So I'm gonna just go like that, that, and now we've got our pockets cut out as well. So that is how in 3 cuts you cut your interfacing. And actually, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, I will cut my interfacing and my exterior and interior fabrics all at once as well, because you can, and it's faster.
Amy says hers is directional and she has to pay attention.
Oh, well that's your own fault, Amy, but I'm sure your bag's gonna be great. So that's how you cut the whole thing. Then you're gonna interface everything, and now I'll be bringing my fabrics that I'm actually going to sew on to demonstrate the rest of the day. So the black is going to be my exterior, and the gray is going to be my interior, and these are going to be my pocket pieces. Okay, so after you have interfaced everything, which...
So this stuff she's already interfaced in preparation for the class. She just wanted to show you
how
to cut.
And let me teach you my little trick with the interfacing. See here how my interfacing doesn't come all the way to the edge? And that's on purpose because once I have my...
We could show one. You want me to activate the iron? You want to show one?
You can, after I cut it. So on your interfacing rectangle here, what I like to do is just take this and cut off about 1/8 of an inch, right? Just this much off of one of the sides and one of the longer sides, okay? So one short side and one longer side, okay? And I usually just do that right after I cut them. And that means this is gonna be, where are the pieces?
You folded it up.
Yeah, I'll show that on this. I just didn't want to take up all day showing how to interface things. But, so, always use a Teflon sheet when you are interfacing. This way, if you make a mistake, it doesn't get on your iron surface. Also, if you've not used 101 or the Bosal woven fuse, the bumpy side goes against the wrong side of your fabric because that is where the adhesive is. So you never want the bumps. If you feel it like this and you feel the bumps, you're going to ruin your iron. So make sure when you're smoothing it out that you don't feel the bumps. The bumps should be on this underneath side. So,
but see how
see here how I don't have to worry, because when you press, sometimes things grow, you know? And so now I don't have to worry. I usually start in the middle and press to one side and then to the other. And then I will just leave my iron on my interfacing a few minutes, especially on the edges, just moving it around just to make sure the whole thing is adhered. Now, I also like to do this and let it cool before I ever start messing with it. So just give your fabric a chance to cool down before you mess with it. So that's how you interface without having to have all this, because inevitably, if you had this cut exact the same size, you would start pushing this out and you'll get a little bit of overflow. And you don't want to have to, I don't want to deal with that, so I would cut it off. But anyway.
Linda Gustava says she loves the tips.
Thank you. I just try to help you not make the mistakes that I've made. So that's that.
And let's take a commercial break since she's not. Oh, see, those are the lottery blocks, you guys. You have until January 5th to get them in. So send them our way. The file's in the directions are in the file.
Okay, so
okay.
I don't
Commercial break is now over.
Also, you guys, the Cyber Monday sale will happen at 12 a.m. Monday morning and run for
till midnight.
12 to 12. And it's 20% off of the site-wide. It's the whole site will be 20% off. I think there's a few exceptions, so just read carefully, but just know that at 12 a.m. Monday starts the cyber sale. Okay? So
Linda said brilliant, Linda Olson, and Linda Lombardo says don't want a hot mess.
Yes.
Eva said let that party begin.
Okay. So for now, I do not need one of each of these, okay? So I'm going to go put these at my machine because it'll be there when I'm ready for them. Now, I'm just going to be dealing with one of each. So I'm going to, these are the ones.
This is G's very exclusive organization tips.
Whatever, I mean.
To put stuff aside though, no, that way you don't fool with it. You won't, you don't need those right now. So,
right.
Yeah.
So, you can either mark the middles with your iron-off pins.
Those are fabulous.
Are great. So, these are 10 inches. So, if I wanted to mark the middle, I would mark it at 5 inches. Same way with here. This one is
harder to see.
So, I will pull out my silver pen, which makes marks on vinyl very good and on dark things. So here's my mark.
Silver is awesome. I love the silver.
So I'm marking the middles, okay? You can bend your fabric in half and make a little notch in it if you want, however you want to do it. But right now I am preparing each one exterior and one interior to have a pocket. And for this project, I've chosen the same fabric for my pocket. Now, I will...
For both pockets, you mean?
Yeah. I will line my pocket right sides to right sides. So right sides touching. We're going to lay this right here. And now we see the halfway point, right? It's the 7 here. Okay. And I'll do it for my interior pocket as well. It's the same thing for each of these. 5 and 4 are 9, so this is the middle. Okay. So now I have my middles marked. So I can take my zipper box placement ruler.
Mary already just now linked it. She knew it was coming.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. So I'm going to take this ruler. See here how it has the midway point? That's very important because when you want to line this up, all you have to do is line the midway point. So on the exterior, let's show you in the directions really really easily. I have the zippers and what size of each. And so on the interior zipper, it's going to be a 7.5 inch zipper, but a 6.5 inch opening. On the exterior, it's going to be an 8.5 inch zipper, but a 7.5 inch opening. So what I'm going to tell you is you never want to play with fire with zippers. If you can have them way longer, that's amazing because you can get the zipper pull out of your way and it'll make life a lot easier on you. So here I've made sure that I added an inch. Okay. So this is the exterior, the black. So exterior says I'm going to have a 7.5 inch opening. See that? Mm-hmm. I'm going to have a 7.5 inch opening. There we go. So I'm going to get my iron erase pen. I'm going to take the lid off of here. And I want this 7.5 inch opening, but I want it 1 inch down from the top of your fabric. Okay. So I need the box 1 inch down. So this is 1 inch.
I'm going to come from this side now.
Okay. So this is 1 inch. This space here is 1 inch. So all I have to do is push my ruler up to the midway point, and the edge of the fabric is right there. And all I have to do is now hold this and mark my 7.5 inch opening. And remember that this pen will erase if you need it to. We are going to be sewing right on that. So it doesn't...
Eva says this is the inside zipper, right?
No, this is the exterior zipper that we're doing right now. Next, we're going to come over here to the interior zipper. It's the same process, only I only need a 6.5 inch opening. This one was 7.5.
Questions.
Here, let me write this.
Is this a wrong side of pocket fabric or interior?
This is right side up.
Well, I think they were talking about this one.
Okay, same thing. Right side up with your exterior piece. This is your pocket piece that goes right sides together against that. So we're writing on the wrong side of the pocket piece. 7.5 inch opening, which means that's the exterior. Now the interior is this one. We're going to do it the same, only if we got this placement ruler, it has 7.5 inches. It doesn't have 6.5. So I'm going to show you how to improvise. So again, we're going to slide this to the halfway point here and just line it up with the top of our fabric.
That way you are an inch down.
Yes. And now you're going to draw this box the same as you would, even though it's 7.5, and we know we only need 6.5. So we need to take a 1/2 inch off of each of these sides in order to make it right. And so I will take my my 1x8 ruler, which the 1x8 and 2x8 is available on the website. I'm going to take my 1/2 inch and line it up with here, with the edge of here, and that's a 1/2 inch off. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Line the 1/2 inch with the edge, and quickly I've got the right marking. So now this is a 6.5 inch opening for your interior pocket.
Yes, Christina says this ruler makes it so much easier to place a zipper. It does. It's very, if you guys don't have this placement tool, you need to get it because you will use it. G uses it every day in the sweatshop.
Yeah, I love it. That's why.
Linda says, did you do your nails to match your fabric? I don't
Oh
think
my
she did it
gosh.
on purpose, Linda.
Yes, of course
Linda
I
Olson.
did. Of course I did. So I'm gonna just clip this a little bit here, and you know what? So it doesn't confuse anybody, we'll take this over to the iron and we'll get rid of the marks that I said that you didn't need. Okay? Because this is white fabric and it probably would show through. So watch this. I'm gonna take this and just erase that.
Amazing. That's what we
Oh,
love.
I'm not going to do that left-handed. Hold on. I'll mess up my whole thing. Hold on. There. Just take and erase
Isn't that
it.
amazing, you guys?
So now,
Greg said, I love this. I'll sure be using the tool. Yes.
it's absolutely the easiest way to do things. Y'all know when I design something, it's for the ease of use and to make things go faster. So right now we have both of our zipper pockets ready to go sew on them. And I should look at the directions and see and follow the directions, but
Well, then do that if that's
well,
what you should
I
do.
should. I'm gonna put these at my machine.
Don't worry, y'all. I got your back.
I'm gonna put those at my machine so they'll be ready to
There's your pattern.
to sew on. Let's see what I tell y'all to do. I have to do as I tell y'all to do. Do the interfacing, make an exterior pocket, and then we'll sew it, and then make an interior pocket. But I made them both at the same time. So let's go sew our pockets. But I also need to make sure that I cut my zippers. So I do, while the iron's hot, I do want to show you guys something. Sometimes when you buy a zipper tape, this one was folded over so bad. See that? I mean, it was literally folded over so bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the lengths I need, and then I'm going to go and iron these so it's not flipped over. Now, I could run and go get another zipper, but I wanted to give you this tip because it's going to happen. I promise you, when you buy zippers, they're going to come folded and bent up and everything else. So I need to have an 8, a 7.5, an 8, a 7.5, and an 8.5, or 8.5, 8, 7.5. So I'm using all black zippers in mine. So first I'm going to cut what it says, the 8-inch top zipper. Okay, I'm going to cut over here on this side to make it nice and clean. Now, you can use your rotary cutters to cut your zippers. Just do a nice clean one-stroke cut, and it'll make you a nice clean cut, okay? So that's my 8-inch. I need an 8.5, okay? So all I have to do is look at the white line on my board because the white lines are the halves. So there's an 8.5, 8, 8.5, and a 7.5.
And she's doing this with built-in cushion for, overhang.
Yeah, this is all done to make sure that your zipper pull is out of the way. So there's a 7.5, a 8.5, and an 8. Okay, and here's another tip I like to do, because when you get over to your machine and you start assembling things, maybe sometimes you forgot what is what. So this 8-inch is my top zipper. I'm going to write a T.
Well, why don't do that after you iron?
Well,
Because you're going to iron it right off.
That's true. Well, this one's not iron offable, but the red and blue are. So, yeah, let's go iron. You're right, Sherry.
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm always right. Mary Kennedy says, if you don't iron out your zippers, it will affect the installation and look of the bag in the end. Wonky. Yes. Ask me how I know.
So, I am not touching the teeth of my iron, with my iron. I am only over here on the side of my tape. And some of them are really a booger to get them ironed out right.
Can't you spray it with water?
Yeah, I probably could. I'm going to go from the back of this and just steam it and go on the side again. This one was really bent up. So I can deal with this, but if you want to spend more time to really get those wrinkles out, do that. Probably spraying them would help. If you guys don't have these spray bottles, they're the best.
Why you got that rubber band on it?
Where? Oh, just because it was
laying around?
Yeah, and okay. I just did it. No reason.
I just noticed it.
So I'm just going to iron the sides of these. The one side's not too bad.
And Mary says you can set something heavy on it for a bit too.
Yeah, if you have time to wait, which you'll be preparing this. And I really was going to go and just get another zipper out of my collection. But I just wanted you to see, you know, what happens. Real life sewing, y'all. This is the kind of stuff that you end up buying. And
Eileen says she loves her spray bottle. Yeah, and on a side note about the spray bottles. When you're cutting your strips off of a bolt and stuff, and they have that massive crease where they creased it,
especially fat quarters that are folded up in the squares. Oh, fat quarters are horrible.
But like when I did all my strips for my lottery block, you know, that crease in there, I spray it really good with the bottle and then iron it, and it takes it right out. But yeah, that spray bottle is very helpful. So helpful we have two on our table.
Okay, so now we will put our zipper pulls on here.
With our zipper pull installer.
Right here. And I've got my zipper pulls here. So, if you haven't seen this or heard of it, it's the zipper pull installer. It's nice and sturdy. It won't move around on your table once you set it down. And you're going to put your zipper pull in with the dangly.
Here, I'll come on the other side.
With the dangly part going down. So, here's the dangly. You're going to put this, and this is flat. I kind of tip this up.
Thank you, Mary. She's
linking it.
Linking it.
I kind of put this up so that way my pull goes down in there better. This is the flat part of this zipper right here, okay? Or flat part of the pull. So I'm going to separate my zipper just a little bit, and I'm going to come in here from at an angle from both sides, and I'm going to push.
And if you haven't used this before, there are videos on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Wombmate Creations YouTube.
And then you push up to release. So there's that one.
That is already installed. Look at that.
We'll do this one. We're going to separate. This one's still kind of wet.
Sharon wants to know, is the zipper 3 or a 5?
This is a 5. I prefer working with 5s. 3s would be okay for the interior pocket, but I chose to do all mine in 5s. I have 5s zipper tape coming out my yin-yang, so so anyway, we're pushing from the side. Now these are a little bit more of a wimpy zipper, so sometimes you have to mess with it a little bit more, but there you go.
There you go.
All 3 are installed. So right now, I'm going to even this out. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. I'm gonna measure these again and mark them, so when I'm at my station, I'll know what I'm doing over there and which zipper belongs to which. So this is an 8.5-inch zipper. So this belongs on the exterior. So I'm gonna write exterior, E for exterior. That's gonna get, you know, that's gonna be covered up. That's exterior. And this one's an 8, so this is the top. T for top. T for top.
Is it not marking?
Yeah, let me see. There we go. T for top. And then, of course, this is the interior. So I don't need to mark it because the rest are marked, but okay, there's the I for interior. So now we have them all.
Thank you, Mary. Oh, she's being the linker today.
Awesome.
Yay.
We have 2 people watching our backs there.
3, because Classic Creations is in there
Oh, okay.
also. But Amy and Mary are
Exterior,
great linkers.
exterior, interior, and top. Okay? So now when I go to my machine, now I'm going to be ready to just sit at my machine and sew. Okay? I'm going to grab...
And to tell the truth, y'all, she usually chain sews all these bags.
Yes, I never do one at a time. But right now I'm going to take these 2 D-rings with me over to my machine. The rest of my hardware doesn't need to happen until we do the strap and the wristlet. So let's take our 1-inch D-rings. Square is the best ones to use. I will show you why when we come over here. This bag that I've been using, that's kind of dirty. I did these with these kind of pulls, and they move around too much. I could put a rivet right here and stop that, which I didn't yet. But I will tell you, this was before I started putting interfacing on the cotton tabs too. So I learned a few
lessons learned.
Yeah, I learned a few things along the way, and in testing my pattern, and other people tested my pattern, and I think the pattern's brilliant.
This is a quilt I'm making out of the towels from a NFL game, and I have 10 towels that I have to do, but the problem is that they're all different shapes, or all different sizes and different textures. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm doing that for my son's mother-in-law for Christmas, so that's what I'm working on.
All right, so if you have 94, 9450, 80, M7, whatever, if you have a Janome and you have a HP plate and a HP 2-foot, this is what I suggest you use. You don't have to. I would suggest to anyone else that if you have a walking foot or a walking foot feature on your machine, I would suggest that you use that. I'm going to set mine up so that way when I stop, the needle stops down and the foot comes up. That's a wonderful feature on this machine. So I'm going to set my stitch length at 2.4 because we're going to start sewing on these zipper boxes. Okay, so now what I sometimes do is, instead of having this long and kind of floppy in my way, I will take this and clip this so it's not flopping around and you know, possibly getting in my way.
Working smarter, not harder, y'all. That's what it is.
Right. And
Get it out of your way.
So I'm going to start here on my exterior box. So my objective here is to drop that needle right in the corner of my box, okay? And you can back it up a stitch if you want, and secure that edge there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew right on this box at a 2.4 stitch length all the way around the box. And I'll go slow so it's not so loud.
Greg wants to know what kind of clips those are, those black ones.
They're the kind that Valerie will have really soon. They're waiting to get in. But
Classic Creations is linking those clips.
oh, okay. So I guess they are ready. Another point I would like to make here is you want your stitches to be clean and not rounded. So just make sure that you do a pivot motion. Like I said, my machine, my needle will stay down and the foot will lift so I can move it. But whatever you do, just stop clean and start clean. That way your corners are nice and crisp. So
And if you have to go really slow, then go really slow.
yeah, and then if you can't exactly line up, you can either shorten your stitch length for a stitch so you can make sure you nail it, or I like to hold my fabric and make it go where I want it to. So I will push this one thing, but I'll hold the fabric so it doesn't advance that much, and then I'm right on the money. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Two ways to do it. You can either shorten your stitch length for a stitch or two till you can get where you want, or you can hold your fabric from advancing too much.
Oh, they said that link is for the multicolored clips.
Oh.
And Jessica,
Oh, these ones that I was using
oh yeah.
with the other things. Yeah, but
The
these
ones G are currently using are on their way. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Jessica.
and these are really good for vinyls and leathers so they don't make marks. You know, sometimes these teeth will make marks in your vinyls and stuff, but these other ones won't. So I was testing these and I think they're great. Okay, here again, I'm gonna stop this from advancing too much and come and meet my stitches again. I'll back up. Okay. The thing is on this is you don't want to overshoot your marks because it will show on the other side.
All she did there was just clip that.
I just clipped my loose thread there. So I'm going to go ahead and sew both of these while I'm in this mode, and then I'll show you what to do. So let's clip this up so it doesn't get in the way here. Oop, that's a little bit too much. And
So she's just going to repeat that process on this new
on the next
piece here.
yeah. And another tip, if you cannot drop your needle right where you need to, obviously I've had a little bit of practice. If you're having a hard time to get where you need to be, you can hand crank your needle slowly and move it to, yeah, hand crank your knob towards you, and you can see where your needle's dropping and then adjust accordingly. Because I know that it's hard to get exactly where you need to go. Believe me, with my Bell's palsy, I could not drop the needle where I needed to because my vision was messed up. But I'm almost clear of that whole ordeal now, and I'm so thankful.
God. Linda Gustavus asked, do you have the 2 and the 2.5-inch templates available? Yes. Classic Creations, please link that.
Well, and if it's not, I'm sure they can make it available. You can pre-order whatever.
Bless Eva's heart. She's asking, did G drink some liquid? And I'm handing it to her now.
Actually, it's funny. When you weren't here and Amy was listening and watching me, she said, hey, G, take a drink. She said she can actually hear.
For those of you guys who I don't know if there's any newbies. Are there any newbies in here? I'm not sure. But anyway, G has an issue with a prosthetic vocal cord. So she has to keep her throat moist. And so if she gets really dry, it starts to bother her. So that's why Eva, bless her heart, is reminding her to drink. And I had already had my hand on the cup.
Yeah.
Amy says she's slacking today. It's okay, Amy. You're the student today. You can relax.
So, again, I'm going to slow down when I come down here so I can nail my point exactly. This one's just inside of my line, which is not going to be an issue. I'll show you that just so you know you don't have to be perfect. See here, I'm just inside of my line, but it's going to be fine.
Looks pretty perfect to me. That's not easy just to nail those all the time.
No.
Greg said Mary's got this.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
and
want to
you
show
can
you
relax.
guys this seam ripper, which is the sharpest seam ripper I've ever used, and this is perfect for this next step. I know that a lot of people get obsessed about this next step, but I'm going to show you you don't need to be obsessed about
Don't
it.
be all been out of shape. Over
Yeah, it really. So I'm going to show you.
Saying I have great shots of close-ups. Thank you, Mary.
So I'm going to start in this corner and make a V, okay?
This is with the iron offable, but it doesn't really matter.
Right, because we're going to be getting rid of that. So I'm going to do that in each of these corners. Okay. Now, if you don't feel comfortable, you can make a line from this V to this V. Okay.
Didn't you put those between us?
Oh, let me show you.
Are you reaching for it?
Where? In here?
No, you must have moved them.
Oh, they're up at the cutting station. Let me just do this. Just
So you guys can
just for those who aren't confident, or it'll make them feel better. Let me see.
This is what her boxes look like right now.
Where? Oh, right here. I don't know where my 1x8 is.
You had it at the
I know, but I can't find it right this minute. I'm not gonna take the time. I'll just use my 2x8. So, this is a 2x8 ruler. We're gonna take and line up the points. Okay, and
This is only necessary if it's going to help you.
If you don't,
She's done 1,000 of them. So
I'm going to show one with and one without.
Okay.
So this is the way you would do this if you're not very confident or have not done it before or whatever. You're going to take this seam ripper and you're going to drop down into this corner without hitting your stitches, okay? So as close to your stitches as you can, and you're gonna rip up towards that.
See how awesome this seam ripper is?
See there? I ripped up to that point. And I'm gonna do the same in this corner without hitting my stitches and rip to that point, okay? Now it should look like
should have a hole.
This. Well, there, it should look like that, okay? Same way to this side. Woohoo! Slippery. Okay. And I'm going to do this without hitting my stitches. And rip up towards the center. Do over here in this corner without hitting my stitches. And to that corner.
I mean, this seam ripper even does this with leather, vinyls, and everything else.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So, now I'm going to take my gorgeous rainbow shears. I love them.
So pretty.
And I'm going to cut from this to this. So
notch to that.
I'm going to cut on that line all the way until I come out the other side of this hole here. Okay?
There we go.
Now you've got an opening. Okay? Now I'm going to do it on this one the way I do it, without marking it or anything. So I'm just going to drop in this corner, rip to the center, drop in this corner, rip to the center, get me a triangle there, do the same to this side, rip it to the center, drop in where there's no stitches, rip to the center, okay? And now I can cut to the next hole. Give me some hearts if this taught you something, if you're liking what's happening, all the above.
This bag would look really cute with piping around the outside zipper.
I know that's an Eva comment.
Eva.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Okay, lots of hearts.
So here's what you should be looking at, okay? So this is the interior. We're gonna pass this through the hole and pass the top part through the hole. So that way we are looking right now at the interior zipper pocket that we're making. Okay? So you can turn it over.
Push your light.
You can turn this over.
Push your overhead light on.
Oh.
I thought it looked okay.
Is it better?
Yep.
Okay, so now we're gonna just...
Okay, hold on. We have a question.
Okay.
Verna says, help. My machine she meant sews straight, then jumps a stitch to the right, then back straight. Any ideas?
Oh my gosh. Do you have a new needle in? That sounds like a needle issue to me.
Linda has capital love. She says she loves this tip. Zippers are not my favorite, but I think you have won me over in putting in zippers. Yay!
Who said that?
Linda Gustavus.
Oh, yay. I'm so happy. That makes my heart happy.
Okay, so now she's just...
Now, do you see that I'm just trying to manipulate this fabric, and because it is cotton, because we're teaching it with the all cotton method, we can actually take this over to the ironing station and iron it a nice clean look.
box. Yep.
Now, if you take your handy helper, you can stick this in here and smooth this out to where you're only... Now, of course, the goal is to only see your exterior fabric on the outside where you're putting the zipper. I'll show you here in just a minute what I'm talking about. This takes a little bit of manipulation. This is probably the most fiddly part of doing a zipper pocket, is getting this ironed in nice.
Okay, yes, Classy Creations did just remind us that Cyber Monday is coming, and that because like there's people that said they'll have to try the template out, the zipper template. So yes, that'll be a great time to try it out, you guys. And then Verna says, new needle, new bobbin, rethreaded, going to change the needle.
Yes.
Okay.
I would do a 90-14 needle,
Verna,
if you have one.
So this is how she did
So
that.
this is what it looks like. This is the interior pocket, what it's going to look like. Now, you can iron this nice, and I guess we'll go over and do that when we get both of them prepared to this spot. So, obviously, the zipper's going to be going into here, right? So, you'll want to just make this nice and smooth. Now, if you're using vinyl, you cannot iron it. So you just push and manipulate as much as you can.
Okay, let's go slow on this process.
Okay, so here is the exterior pocket
this is how
panel. This is the exterior panel. We are going to flip this pocket in through this hole. Okay, and we're also going to flip this through the hole. So this whole pocket has to go through this hole first. Okay. And oftentimes, I will push this through like this. I'll flip it over, and I will pull the ends here and clip it, okay? And just make sure this is right.
Yes, Mary says, truly, this part is the most time-consuming, pressing the zipper box opening. That's it.
Yeah, and once you have this, it's...
easy selling.
And this ain't hard, you guys. It's just, you know, if you want things done nicely, you got to do things. You got to work at it a little bit. If it's too simple, then you won't want to do it. So this I like to pull and see here. With the black and white, you can see better what you're trying to accomplish here. So I just kind of finger press this.
But even if some, hold this camera, I want to show them. Even if some comes through, I'm going to show you how awesome it looks.
And you know,
I love mine this way. Y'all want to see me model? Let me show them.
Oh my gosh.
Let me show y'all.
Honestly, you guys, Now she likes to wear hers like right under her boobie.
Well, this one I just had adjusted because I like to wear it on as a crossbody. This is where all the switch it up comes in. And this one, I like to make it really short and like make it right under my arm.
That's what I thought you were doing.
Yeah, no. This, and then you can, this is all the switch it ups, honey.
Oh, she's going to model the whole thing. So I guess we probably should have done this at the beginning.
But I wanted to show them this. And then we have also the other part of the switch it up is wearing it as a wristlet, which I don't have my strap right now. I could have showed you that. But this will come off and you just put the wristlet on there. But this is what I was trying to show. See how mine's showing through a little bit on that zipper box? I love this part because look at my pocket.
And as you can see
my pocket.
It is not the easiest not to have something shining through there.
Especially on vinyl.
So, and I will tell you this, if you don't like any of that showing, you can make it to where it won't show. You can either use the same color or you can really fight with it not to show through. But
I just wanted to show all of my pockets. Okay. And on the inside, see, this is the see, I love my little thing here. And then it has this zipper.
Yeah, the purse pal actually fits in there, you guys.
See? See? I love my purse. This, I wear it all the time. Well, I had my gray one, and I told G in a real whiny voice, Gee, I really want a black one. She said, well, I thought you wanted the gray one. I said, I do. I want both of them. So, but I love this one the best. So, anyway, that's what it looks like if it shows through a little. That was my whole point in doing this demonstration.
Okay, and Eva says to take inside sports arenas, they need to be clear. Vinyl. This will be a great size and under the arm on a strap for control of your purse.
Yes.
Linda Gustava says, beautiful, Sherry. Thanks for how you can wear the bag. It looks like you did that intentionally. I love it. Yes, Christina, I'm telling you, it's not that easy. But as you can see, here's the black one. So I can literally like push this enough away to make sure that this is not going to show through there if I want to. But I kind of just like to let it do its thing. If it comes through, then it comes through.
But I love mine coming through. So it just depends on your personal
preference. Yeah.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
So I like to take, like I said, I like to take my little handy helper, and if you push with the handy helper against the seam and push with your fingers up top, then you can get it flattened out pretty good. If you have other methods of doing this, that's great, but this is finger pressing. This is the way I normally
And Linda also
get
says
through
if you're
here.
using waterproof canvas, you can steam it a little.
Yeah, waterproof canvas, it becomes more pliable if you steam it. And
so here's what it looks like, both boxes.
Yeah.
And we're going to take
We'll take it to the iron and we'll iron them. And we'll decide over there if we want to have something showing through or not, because for me, it almost gives another design element to the bag.
Yes.
And, but if you want to work at it and not let the white show, you know, we can make that happen too. You just pull on the white a little bit more. See there? Pull like that and get it ironed in good. You know, it's going to be a little uneven, but I mean, it all works out, right? I am going to let a little bit shine through. Or should we try to hide it on this one?
No, I like it shining. Okay. It does give it a design element.
Yeah.
Is this going to be my bag?
No, Sherry, you got a black one already. Come on. Anyway, let's get this ironed.
What about for all the chili I gave you yesterday?
That was your duty. Okay. I'm going to let a little bit this
Yes,
white
I
shine
like
through.
Do it.
I'm going to make sure some of it shows through by pulling it a little bit. Now that I'm trying to make it.
Because you made it the other way first.
I know.
You messed it up.
Let me pull this so I can get some of the white to shine through. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Okay, let me do the other one.
Mary's asking, Eileen is asking, can you use the Handy Helper on vinyl? Yes.
Yes.
It's very good to use on vinyl. Loopy says my templates just came. Yay!
Oh gosh.
What happened?
A little piece of my iron touched that.
What?
Touched the clip.
Oh, the clip, and you burnt it?
A little bit.
Great.
Okay. So there's that box. Not much fussing around there because it's basically the same color.
Shao says bribe with food usually works.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey.
Shao's pretty
Don't be
good at
telling my secrets.
And Eva says, and cork too. She's a cork queen, isn't she?
Yeah,
Eva?
so is Mary. Mary really loves the
Yeah.
cork. I have not jumped on the cork bandwagon. I got enough, collections of stuff. So, that's that. Now we'll go back over and we'll start putting these zippers in. Now, I hope that some of you are afraid to death of zippers and won't do them, and then now you'll see how easy it is. You'll start doing them and not worrying about it. That's what I hope. So here's my exterior, and I'm going to show you two different ways of doing this. First one, let's see, that's the interior. See, this is when it's nice to have marked these. This is the exterior. Okay, this one says E for exterior. So, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to come in and I'm going to secure the edges of all of these zippers, okay?
So just roll across
Just so I don't have an issue. Now see, I'm just going to go to where I back and forth against those teeth. I'm going to do them to all of them while I have it here, because y'all know I love the chain piece stuff. So I'm just securing the edges in case I make a swift move and my zipper pull is starting to come off or something.
This is a good tip, you guys. Save yourself the drama.
And as you've seen, that zipper was a little crooked, and I will take care of that if need be. It's not that fiddly, you guys, so...
The zipper the turning out is the fiddliest part of the whole project.
Yeah, the zipper...
Turning out of the
zipper box, yeah.
But as you see, it's very manageable.
Yeah.
Very doable.
Okay, so now I'll just cut these all back apart, and I will know that the zipper teeth are secured. See that?
Yep.
So, now, this is the interior. This is the exterior. Okay, this is the exterior. Okay, so now I'm going to slide this all the way to the end of where I made the stopper, okay? Because I can put this zipper like this and not have to worry about that zipper pull, okay?
So teeth down.
Teeth down. Now, I ironed this with a little crease in it. That's okay. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do, this is the exterior, the outside of it. This is the interior part, okay? I'm going to have Sherry go get my double-sided sticky tape that I forgot to bring over here. I just finished my roll that I had started quite a long time ago.
So you're using this new roll?
I have to use the new roll, which is big and awkward, but...
You want me to take it out of the...
No, just bring it here. I just want to give a couple tips about the double-sided sticky tape as well. Mary said, oh, come down the rabbit hole with us with the cork. No, thank you.
Her husband would not really like her having another collection of something in here.
We have now a 1-bedroom home. I swear. It used to be a 3-bedroom home, but you know, sewing has taken over our life. Okay. So you guys, this is the Hyper Stick double-sided sticky tape from Waywack. As you can see, the roll got very distorted in shipping and stuff and storing and whatever. It's still going to work amazing. It's very nice when you get it down low and more manageable. But what I want to say is never throw away your bags that these things come in. Make sure you store them back in the bag because they are quite sticky and it'll get sewing dust on everywhere. So
Threads will attach themselves to
everything. So we need to
and
start
it.
it.
Will Classy offer the double-sided sticky tape?
Yes, they're looking into that as well. We've already...
Hopefully it'll be a one-stop shop pretty soon. Here,
Yeah.
G. Go ahead and take a drink.
Okay. Did you do that on purpose?
No.
You did. Probably you had the camera making everybody watch.
Yep.
Rude.
Ice asked if 3/8 would work. She could not find the 1/4.
That's awfully big. I mean, it'll work, but it's just more tacky stuff to go through. Yeah. You can do it without it as well. It's just a little more fiddly. I'm just showing easier ways to do things. So because this roll is so big, usually I keep it like this and I stretch it across the way I need it. Like this, double-sided sticky tape right here on the edge of this. And then I will cut it. You just need it the length of your opening. So now it's more awkward when it's a new roll to hold it in your hand and do it. So I'm going to go like that and cut it off.
Measured it and then now she's going to cut it.
Yeah. And let's see if I got it. Now, if I don't have it exactly, it's fine. This is just to help you get your zipper placed and not move around on you, okay? Hey, that was a pretty good eyeball there. Okay, and it's repositionable if you mess up. You just want to smooth it out, and then you can start it on the end and have it pull up.
And you're just going to do this one side.
Yeah, just this one side.
The bottom
The
side.
way you're looking at it, it's the bottom side. Okay?
Well,
it is the bottom side.
It's the bottom side, but the way you're looking at it, it's the not the bottom. It's
yeah,
the
that's
top.
right. That's true.
But
Sorry.
It's the bottom of the actual whole piece.
Yes. So now,
Get it together, G.
yeah. So it's just the bottom part of the zipper. So we have our zipper pull all the way to the left, and it's being stopped by those stitches. And we're going to make sure that when we lay this down, that there's excess on this side as well. Okay. So we're going to lay this to where we think the zipper is inside of here and barely push. Don't murder it. Don't murder it. Just push a little bit. Flip this over, okay? Now you're going to see where it is on in relation to your zipper. Now, do you see here how it's too wide here and just right over here? So I can just take this and pull it up a little bit and reposition. Now, I also want to say that you can absolutely do both sides of your zipper, your tape. You can take them both off and lay it front ways onto your zipper, but I find this is the easier way to do it. Do them one at a time, okay?
So this is another trick, helpful tip or whatever, because if you do both sides, then you have more manipulation.
Yeah. And I see a piece of tape coming through here. So I'll peel that back a little bit. And here's my zipper pull that was getting in the way. So like I said, you can pull it back up and reposition it if you want to. And this is a way to if you don't want any of the color coming through, you can keep manipulating it this way as well, okay? So right now I have about the same width away from the zipper as the zipper box, right? Okay.
I thought we were gonna let more white show through.
Well, it's because I ended up ironing it, so now I messed it up to not let the white shine through because I ironed it that way a little bit. Whatever, this is what it is. So our zipper is over here, remember? Zipper pull over here. Now, what the objective is here is to sew a box, top stitching length. So we're gonna change it to 3.4 on our stitch length, okay? And we're gonna sew a box 1/8 of an inch away from our rectangle here, okay? And this is gonna put our zipper in. Now, remember your zipper head's out of the way up here, but remember we can't close this whole box until this zipper pull is down into here, and then we can finish it. So we'll start about right here, and we'll go over to about here, and then we'll put our zipper pull inside and finish the box. Don't forget to do that, because then you're gonna have a non-functioning zipper. So we're gonna start
Non-functioning pocket, it'll be closed.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna start about right here, and we're gonna just come down through. Now, if you are using this combination of a foot and plate that I explained earlier, I will say that I mark my feet with a Sharpie right in the center on both of these, and then I'm 1/8 of an inch approximately from, if I follow this.
If you have this foot.
Yeah. Or any foot that you want to mark. I mean, you can mark them. I'm following this to the edge of my fabric right now. I'll go a little past, and then.
That makes it 1/8 inch away.
Yeah. And you will, ooh, that didn't sound good. What's happening? Something happened here. Let me just raise my, of course, because we're on camera. I think it'll be okay. Good guess. Okay.
And I made her use this color thread so that you guys could actually see on this black.
So see here, we started here, and we came down a little bit further. We can even come down a few more stitches. We just can't go across there because then we can't get our zipper pull. So we'll just hold on to our zipper like this and push that pull through there. These number 5 slide pretty daggone easy.
Yeah,
so
that. Show that it's open, G.
See, now it's open.
Yeah, see there?
In fact, you don't have to push it down that far, but anyway, it's just out of your way, right? So we're coming down to this corner again, and we'll come across, and then we'll meet back where we started. And you can go right over your stitches and secure it, or you could choose to bury that thread, or
that's a lot of
I like to
it.
just go over the stitch a little bit and then tie it off, and then you can just clip that the thread that you started with. So this thread right here, I'll just clip this. The thread I'm using right now is Tex 45 thread. So it really shows good for top stitching.
Linda was just asking the question, beautiful top stitching, is that Magnifico thread? No.
So this one is a big honkin' thing from Sia Swag or Sia Swag. It's a Tex 45 thread that I have been so determined to use on my machine. However, do not try to use it in your bobbin. You will be an unhappy camper. essentially just don't work. Unless you have an industrial or something. But speaking for the M7, it does not like to be a bobbin thread. It only likes to be the top thread. Because it is pretty thick. And I am using a 9014 needle.
And she's using bottom line in the bottom.
So this is the zipper top stitching. Now, you don't have a pocket yet, right? It's just a pocket to nowhere. So, we are going to, first, we'll clip off some of this excess. And these rainbow shears, they're very easy to get your excess cut off. And I'm going to show you two different...
What is that, a loose thread?
It's just the bottom thread. I could move it, but I'm not going to because I'm going to hide this. So, you guys, you could absolutely just pull this up to here and just sew the sides. Now, I made this to where you don't have to pull the fabric to the side and sew it closed. This is so easy that you just pull it up to here. Just baste this on, okay? Simple. But when you open this zipper, I want to show this because this is a big deal to me and I figured it out. See here, when you go in, if you did that and you went into this pocket, you would absolutely see where this zipper was put in, okay? If you do this, it won't show that. So I'm going to show two different ways on how to hide that, okay? And with the double-sided sticky tape, it's so sticky that I do not think would ever cause a problem to do it with the tape. Although my friend, the bag maker extraordinaire, told me over time it would come loose. And I'm thinking if it came loose, it'd be time to just make another bag. But
if you gave it as a gift, that wouldn't be
right.
good.
So I believe that it wouldn't make a hill of beans difference, that it's going to be fine. But I'm going to show you how I worked around using this tape for this. But for this one, I want to show you this. And for the next one, I'll show you a different way. So this is... it's not sticky anymore. I mean, I took the paper off, so it's sticky now. So I'm going to pull this over here and just push this against the tape, right? And yes,
and this is why you need that 1/4 inch. The ice that didn't. The 1/4 inch. This is perfect for this step.
Right. And so I've got it tacked down here good. And now, when you reach into this pocket, it's going to look clean. You know, oh, well, I'll show you after I sew it, the sides. Okay, so this is nice like this. Now we can just pull this pocket up and we'll baste it together. I'm still on a 3.4 stitch length, which is great for basting. So I'm going to take this and just baste this side. Okay, I'm going to take it right here and just come up. Now, I'm just looking at the black part. I'm not worried about anything that's overhanging or anything. I'm just showing you how fast and easy this is without worry. So you're just going to baste this on as close to the black as you can. And down the other side. Okay? This is... awesome. Now I want you to look inside this pocket. So now it's all basted, right? Of course the bottom isn't, but the pocket is closed all the way around. I'm going to show you this. When you look in here, now it's a nice clean
look. How pretty. That's so pretty.
Okay? So that is one way to do it. If you want... Now, see what would have been smart if I had my cutter over here, because I have this beautiful...
Here.
I not only was wanting to... Oh, sorry, you guys. I dropped the phone. See, she hands me the phone 1 second and I mess up. I wanted this here so it would be nice and clear
You want a straight edge?
view. No, I have I have it over here. It would be a nice view for you guys to see. But it's also functional because right now I can trim this off with my rotary.
Not necessary, but you can.
Not necessary, but I'm just gonna trim it down to where the black is. And you don't have to do this, but it just makes life a little easier. Or you could take your scissors and trim it down to the black.
Just make sure you don't cut your stitches.
Yeah. So you could do either of the two, okay? And I probably didn't tell you in the instructions to do that right now, but I just like to, while it's here, I have it out, I'm just gonna do that, make it clean, okay? So now your exterior zipper pocket
is made.
And look, I closed my thing.
I was
Okay.
just going to tell you to look.
Well,
you
this is
guys,
a small
she
area.
closed her cutter.
I can't, only because this is a small area. Okay, so this is your exterior pocket. Done.
Done, just like that.
Just like that. Put it over there. Now, let's do your interior pocket. Same principle, but I'm going to be showing a little different way. Now, because I'm wanting, let's see, hold on. I figured this out the other day and I was so proud.
Don't you have to put the zipper in first?
Hold on. Let me look at what I'm doing here. I made a little video for myself. Okay. You see the way I've got this. Now, instead of doing the tape, which if we were doing the tape, we'd do this right here, right now. Okay? Instead, we're going to flip this pocket up. Okay? Well, first we got to put the zipper.
That's what I said.
Hold on. I wasn't listening to you.
I know you weren't. I'm sitting here like cringing because you need the zipper in
Okay,
there.
this is the top zipper. This is the interior zipper. Okay, so first we're going to put the interior zipper in. So again, I'm going to put my double-sided sticky tape. And this time we'll place it from the front just so you can see what I'm talking about. Ooh, let's see, where is this? Okay. And like I said, if you don't have double-sided sticky tape, you can still do this, but this just makes your life a little easier. I'm all for faster and easier. This tape is not very expensive, and it helps.
It does make your life easier.
Especially if you have to tuck something in by 1/4 inch.
It's a great guide.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's 1/4 inch.
I'm going to put this back in the bag.
Put it out of the way.
Okay. So this time I will take off both and show you how to place it from the front. In case that's what you want to do. If you think it's easier, then do it that way. I just want to give you options. I just want everyone in this class not to be afraid of a zipper after we're done. We're going to show 2 different styles of zippers. And
we want you to, when you get your switch it ups made, post pictures of them.
So now you can take this, make sure your zipper pull is to the left. Now, if you're left-handed and you want it to go the opposite way, absolutely do that. We're going to place this. Let me cut this thread before it ends up being a problem for me. Oops. Okay, we've got both sides of the sticky tape off. And I'm going to stand up so I can look at it better. And I'm going to just position this over my zipper like this.
Make sure you have overhang on both sides.
Yeah, make sure you're covering both sides. And this probably looked much easier to you guys. And it's just all in how you prefer to do it. I feel like it's pretty good. Okay, so let's do this. So now, because we want to do the trick with hiding that zipper thing, it's different when you're sewing it as the box. So if you want to not see that stitching, you're gonna flip this up, okay?
Put your light on your machine.
Okay, you're gonna flip this up. And, hold on a second. And we're gonna stitch just this part of the box first, okay? And then we will have to pull this back down, and then it'll be nice. So for this one, you can start up here, like where it would have been coming down that side. Okay, and we're just gonna stitch along here to the end. Okay, we're gonna stop that and cut it. And now we're gonna pull this back. Oh wait, what? What in the world? Wait a minute. Huh. What happened here? Yeah. Because when you open the zipper, hold on, let me just, I just figured this out the other day and I thought, I will show people how to do it. Oh, gosh.
That's what I thought.
I didn't do it right. I'll show you guys another time how to do it that way. I did it the wrong way. So let me just do
Disregard all of that.
Sorry, you guys. I should have been more versed on it. Sherry is so mad she hit me just now. But I just figured this out and I wanted to show you guys, but
all you did was confused.
Obviously.
So do not pay attention to this inner pocket the way she did this.
Yes, because it's already... I don't know what I did, you guys. I'm sorry.
And you made a video, so you could just have said, there's a secondary video if you don't want to do one side at a time. And you showed perfectly.
I don't know why I had to screw this up, but I wanted to show you guys two different ways, but obviously I need to practice it more because I just figured it out and was so happy that I figured it out, but
you don't have it ingrained in your brain.
Yeah, I don't have it ingrained in my brain. So disregard all that, and we'll just do this the way the way we were doing it. Sorry.
Sorry, you guys. This was
Yeah.
not part of the plan.
I don't know what's happening here. Yeah, I did it right, but well, no, because I would have had, never mind. Oh my gosh.
Just do the box like normal.
Okay. I want to just share everything. And
well, you can do it in a separate video.
Yeah, I should have not shared that until I was really good at it.
Somebody's saying COVID wave brains.
Yes.
Yes, we'll blame it on the COVID.
Well, I'm sorry, you guys. I just was so excited that I figured that out and wanted to share, but obviously I need to do it a few more times. So give me some boo faces if you want to, or you can still love me and put some hearts.
Just do it as a separate video.
See, now I made that zipper go out of my way.
They're giving you hearts, even though
I don't really deserve them.
Yeah.
I know, you're hitting me and everything else. You guys, you should see the brutalness that is coming out of her on me.
They're saying, no worries, no need to apologize.
Anyway, oh, I had a... See, I didn't move my...
This is what happens when you don't move your zipper out of the way very good.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyway, we're going to move it on. That's real life sewing, y'all. I'm all perplexed now because I couldn't figure out what I was trying to show you guys. But I will in a different... Yeah, but it's not very professionally done. I just did it to make sure I would know how to do it again. And obviously I should have reviewed that before trying to show anybody else. But I didn't. Anyway, I'm basting right now, just like I did on the other pocket. I'm just following my interior
And Mary said,
piece.
don't worry, it's an inside pocket.
I know. I was going to give this away to the class. We could draw for the class, but who would want this now?
If you guys want to do a drawing for this bag, even though there's one crooked stitch, if you want to be in the drawing, let me know and we'll give it away. How about that? Who wants it? Give me some hearts if anybody wants a drawing. Oh, we got some hearts coming.
They're just,
Now she's just trimming to
just make it
all
easier.
nice and concise.
Okay.
Oh, they're giving lots of hearts. I think they want a drawing at the end of this.
Where is my piece? Okay. So now.
Well, you guys, at the end, I will get a list of everybody's name that's in the class. My friends at Classic Creations will email me all the names, and I will do a drawing and post the video.
So now we have.
Everybody said absolutely, and everybody said me.
Okay.
You know.
All right. So I'm going to be putting a zipper. This is my interior lining. This is the outside of the pocket. So this is the inside. This is the pocket piece. So first I'm going to put double-sided sticky tape right here to help me set the zipper in. And I do it to the top and the bottom so I can set my zipper in nicely. Let me see. And then I don't have to fool with it. It'll be, oh, I cut my fabric. Okay, right like that. Then I'm going to peel my sticky off. And I'm gonna put my zipper in like this. I'm gonna look at it from the front and make sure it's nice from the front. So this is the part I'm gonna be worried about first. So I am going to, oh, wait, let me put my zipper all the way in first. Let me do this. So I'm going to just lightly put my zipper like that. If I check it from the front, it looks good. Okay, so usually I start my box here and go this way and then put my zipper in and finish it. Well, now to be able to make this nice and clean here without using the double-sided sticky tape, I'm going to flip this up on the zipper area and crease it. And now I'm going to just sew from here to here. Okay? Let's see. I'm gonna start right here. Okay, I'm gonna come down here. Do I have 240? Yes. I usually lengthen my stitch length for this, but I didn't, so I'm just gonna keep doing it like this with a 240 instead of my normal. Okay, so now I'm going to cut that off instead of doing that continuous zipper box. I'm gonna cut that off. And then I'm gonna flip this back down, and then this will get sewn up in the edges. So now it's a nice clean edge that is sewn. Now I can just, you know, I can start here and just go this way, or put the zipper in and just come and do this side. So that's that. It looks nice.
So now here's what you have. You have your exterior pocket, your interior pocket.
And then your other pieces that don't have a pocket, which is important. So,
move your cutter.
Now we will install.
Don't move it in front of your thing. Move it over here. Y'all, she's getting on my nervies.
Okay. So now let's put this stuff away for the time being. Let's put this back in its baggie so it doesn't.
We're done with this double-sided chicken. Sticky. Double-sided
Chichi. Okay. So now we're going to prepare our top zipper. Okay. Our top zipper has tabs on it because this is a different way to do a zipper. Okay. So
this is very helpful in bag making, you guys, or any kind of zipper installation, I guess.
Yes. And what I want to say is you have 4 2.5-inch squares.
Thank you, Linda. She said it would be a great gift regardless, just to say that you had a handmade item from G and Sherry.
Oh.
Well, Sherry didn't do anything but film, but thank you.
That's important. That's how everybody can see good. Okay, so we literally have...
Shal said, settle down. She's not here to referee.
We have 4 2.5-inch squares, right? And 2 of them have interfacing on them and 2 of them don't. There's a reason for that. We are going to have the interfaced one closest to the zipper. So it provides a little more structure, and when you turn the bag out, they won't be so flimsy to push in near the zipper ends. So we are going to sandwich the zipper in between these 2 squares. So one that's not interfaced, put it down, and then
with side up.
Put the zipper with the teeth up, okay? And this one with the interfacing face down, okay? And you can...
right sides are together.
Yep. So the fabrics are right sides together with the zipper teeth up in between there.
Valerie's here. She said she's just late from dropping Graham T off.
Oh.
Well, welcome to our class, Valerie. We're having a great time.
Yeah, if I knew what I was doing. I did make a...
Greg said, why don't you take a break for a minute so you can kill each other and get it over with. Thanks, Greg.
So we're going to do that to the opposite side as well. So the fabric is face up. We're going to throw our zipper in the center of this. Now, yes, these pieces are bigger than you need, but let me take it from me. It's nice when you have extra to work with.
She'll show you.
And then now we're face down with the one that's interfaced on the other end, okay?
So it's going to look like this.
So it's going to look like this. The zipper pulls out of the way. Now we're going to 1/4 inch sew this right now. And like I said, there's a little leeway, so if you don't have it perfectly in there, that's fine. You're going to be trimming this down to the size of your zipper. So we'll start this. You can backstitch if you want, but it doesn't matter because it's getting cut off. Now when I come across my zipper, I like to go and then go backwards and then come back. That way it's extra secured on there. Now you can pull this and go like this and do the next one. If it's awkward for you, then just take it out and do it. And also I should have shortened my stitch length back down to 2.4 while I'm sewing this together.
So you'll go back and go over the stitches.
I will. Because I like a tighter stitch length when I'm trying to put 2 pieces of anything together, okay? So because this one was sewn at 3.4, I'm just gonna run a stitch of 2.4 right over it, just in case.
Margot says that those clips look like the ones Mommy used to use for curls in my hair.
Yep, probably
They're
this.
very similar.
Yep. Okay, so now that you've sewn both of these 1/4 inch on either side, you're going to pull these back, make them match, finger press this if you want. Now you're going to top stitch this right across here. Now remember, this is getting cut off and so is this. So if your stitches don't start off right, you know, you can correct it by the time you get to the tape.
Now you're going to change your stitch length
Yeah,
again.
I'm going to go to 3.4 because it's a top stitch. And I like that as my top stitch length. So I don't need to back stitch or anything because it's getting cut off anyway. So I'm going to just follow along here. Did my top stitch. Sometimes I'll even just go like this just to get out from underneath it, right? And then I'll do this again to the other side. Finger press it nice. Because remember, this is the area that's going to we're just going to top stitch this going across here. Okay. Now, you don't have to, but sometimes if I feel like something's going to be floppy, I'll just take a stitch across the end of it and a stitch across the end of this one, just so it's not flopping around. But then I'm gonna cut this, and these scissors are great for that because of the length of the blades.
These scissors are the best.
So I'm gonna take this, and you could do it with a rotary too if you wanted, and just follow where the zipper is and just cut straight across, okay? Now it's the same size as the zipper.
You're
Gonna do it on all the ends.
So make it even with the zipper tape. There
Yep.
you go. Very good, Jean.
Am I doing a good job?
Yes.
Finally. Okay. Now, you see where that's trying to fold up again, you guys? It's ridiculous. But it's fine. We can work with it. So, now you've got a nice...
Yes, the rainbow shears are now being linked because they
are really
fabulous.
good.
Put them against
I'm so happy because I never had a good pair of scissors in the sweatshop as far as big heavy duty scissors, and they're nice weight. They're not too heavy, but they really are good and sharp, and I've cut with them quite a bit. So
very good. They look good against that beautiful mat.
Yep.
This mat is the 10 by 16, and it's great to have at your bedside. I mean, at your
Everything's the bedside when you're dealing with a nurse. So
at your sewing machine side. Well, bedside sounds better.
remember, we had marked our fabric earlier to be on the center, and my mark is still there because I did that with the silver
Yep.
marking tool. So now I need to find the center of my zipper. Okay. So what I'm going to do is match these edges, this where I top stitched and this where I top stitched. I'm going to put these together. Okay. I'm not worried about the ends. This is way longer than it needs to be on purpose.
This will make your life easier when you make them longer.
Yeah. So let's match these up. And remember earlier I said you could make little snips to make your midway points, or you could make marks, or you could fold it if you thought it would stay folded long enough for you to see it. This will not. So I'm going to take my nippers and
this is a little tip, you guys.
Just a little tiny notch. Don't do a lot because then it's going to be too much into your tape.
So see, she just barely did
Barely snipped it. And I'm going to do it to the other side. Okay. Yeah, this zipper tape here probably was not the best choice, but I wanted to show real life what happens. I cut a big notch in that one. Didn't mean to. So, right now, you're going to take your top zipper that you just prepared. You're going to lay it face down, the zipper teeth down, and you're going to move this up and match up your midway point with that mark that you had earlier. If it's gone, you can always refold this and get your center as well. Okay, so we're going to match this up here.
Your center with the center.
Center with the center. We're going to, now do you see that there's excess? There's a reason for this. Now, you're going to say, well, I didn't need to cut a 2.5 inch square. I could have done with a 2 inch square. Well, yeah, you could.
And then you can make your
but this makes your life easier, I promise. You know there's a method to my madness if you know me very well.
And if you don't, welcome.
Welcome to the whatever
Crazy
show. I almost said something else. Okay, so this daggone zipper that wants to fold, I'm just going to be careful when I'm doing it. So I've got this in place here.
Linda says you're cracking me up. Well, we're pretty tame these days. It's making me crazy.
We're getting old and we try to behave, but... Okay, so right now, we are just going to baste this on. And yes, you don't have to do that. You could go ahead and put your other one on here and sew your zipper in. But I promise you, if you have trouble with zippers or you've never done zippers, do it my way and it's going to be a lot easier. I mean, it's not my way. It's the way I do it. Of course, I'm not reinventing the wheel. There's a bunch of ways to do zippers, but y'all know that I've
Mary says,
done a bunch.
Madness method of sewing.
Yes. So right now, all I'm doing is going to baste this zipper on. So I'm at 340 still because I was top stitching last, and that's perfect.
3.4. You're going
Yeah,
confuse people
3.4. And I'm going to just come down here and just get this zipper basted onto this piece. And this is your exterior pocket piece. Okay, so I'm just going to take it here, take it off. Now I don't have to worry about this thing getting all cockeyed and not being sewn in there correctly. Again, you want to watch your zipper pull and make sure it's out of the way. So right now we've got our exterior pocket piece. So to the back of that, we don't want our interior pocket piece. We want the plain one, the one that doesn't have a zipper.
Is the piece of fabric?
So this is your interior piece that doesn't have the pocket.
And on the back, this is the one that, this is interfaced. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, they're all interfaced when you're doing cotton. So right now we're going to match up the edges. You can mark your center if you want, but for me it's more important that the edges match, okay? Now remember, this is longer than it needs to be, and if it's bothering you, chop it off now, but just try to be patient and it'll be chopped off in a minute. So now I want to 1/4 inch or zipper foot if you have it and like it. I want to 1/4 inch this on. Now right here's my zipper pull, so when I get down to here, I'm going to move my zipper pull out of the way. So now we're gonna, because I want a heavier stitch to make it stay together better, I'm gonna go back to the 2.4 because I'm sewing two pieces, actually more than two pieces. I'm sewing things together, so I want to make a tighter stitch. So I'm just gonna start up here on this piece that's not needed up there, and I'm gonna just come down through here. I'm following my foot along the edge. And I already know that that zipper's in place because I basted it there. I don't have to worry about holding that sandwich all together and making sure everything stays. This is a much better way, I promise. So now I'm going to reach in there and I'm going to make my zipper pull up here now so I can ride down through here without any issue of hitting that zipper pull. And that fast, you've put a zipper in.
Ta-da!
Okay, now I'm going to pull this back and kind of finger press it like this a little bit because I want this to be on the back side here, nice and clean. I'm going to match up all my edges, okay? I'm going to put a few clips in it, okay? I'm going to make this nice in the front. And I am going to top stitch. So now all of this is matched up, okay? And I'm going to top stitch this at 3.4 stitch length. Now, when you first start making these, that's the one thing that you just got to remember is changing your stitch length back and forth, if you care. Some people don't care if it's top stitch with a longer length, but I care, so I get really mad when I don't remember. So, right now, we're just going to top stitch this at 3.4. I'm following this mark on my foot on the edge of my fabric and make a nice top stitch going all the way through here. At this point, your zipper pull won't get in your way unless you have some big bulky zipper pull. But if you have like a normal zipper pull, and yes, Linda Olson, I'm talking to you. Linda Olson loves to have them big chunky pulls, and she has the best zippers and pulls. Anyway, so now I'm just going to base this whole thing together again. Okay.
I think I know what I'm going to get you for Christmas. Linda, I'll be getting with you to find out how I can order those.
So you guys, you know I'm just basting this all together again. So now we'll just have this one nice piece, and
makes it much easier to work with.
That's what it should look like about now.
You're halfway done.
Now, yes. Now, if you want to trim those off, you can. I'll do it to one side just so you can see, and not to the other. So I'm just going to follow this along and trim this off. This little board makes it really nice to have at your, as Sherry would call, at your bedside.
Yep.
But for us non-nursing people, at your, you know, sewing station. Okay, so now here's where I don't want anybody to get confused. When you're getting ready to do this, you want to make sure that like sides are together, okay? Right sides together, okay? So just act like you're putting your right sides together, but you're gonna slide it up and match your sides up again. Sorry, I keep pulling it up, huh? You're gonna match your sides up again and all along your zipper area, okay? I'm trying to stay on this board, but I need to see as well. Okay, so that should look like that. Okay, right sides together. All we're doing first is basting, and then when we put our other piece on, we'll 1/4 inch it on. So right now, we're still at 340 because we just top stitch.
3.4.
3.4.
People don't say 340.
Well, I do, and some people do. So
It's 3.4 on a machine.
yes, they know.
There is a decimal point.
Okay, Miss Press.
Oh, that's Evie. Eva.
Sassy.
Sassy Pressy.
Okay, so I am just gonna base this on again. I had put my zipper pull out of the way. Right here it is. So I'm gonna, since I cleared that whole area there, I'm just gonna move it still better out of my way. Let me see about this zipper area here. Okay, I'm just basting it on right by the edge of the fabric.
Amy says that decimal point, that decimal is important in nursing and banking. Exactly.
But we're sewing here, y'all remember that? Okay, so we basted that on. So now we're gonna, remember, we're gonna be right sides together, slide it up to the zipper, and now, and we're gonna check our sides, make sure we're...
That's the most important part to line up is your sides.
Yeah, line up those sides and clip in place. And now you can either sew it from this side, 1/4 inch, or you can sew it from this side. Either way is fine. I don't know why, but I tend to sew it from here. I'll probably do it different the next time, who knows. But anyway, right now I'm gonna 1/4 inch at 2.4.
I was just about
2.4 stitch length. And that's why this is good to have, because when you start sewing on that, then you realize, oh, I'm not at the right stitch length. So that is kind of...
why she leaves those hanging for a while.
Yeah. So now I'm just getting that zipper out of my way. I'm going to come down through here. I'm going to reach in and get that zipper out of my way again. And I'm just going to come down through here. And cut her off. Now.
So let's see, you've just done the top. That's the top of the bag.
Yep. So now, of course, you want to pull this nice. Make these meet nice. Smooth it out with your fingers. Turn it over. Smooth this part down too if it's not already smooth. Looking really good.
Isn't it so exciting, you guys? Look, you can tell what the bag's going to look like.
I mean, you're almost done.
You're almost done.
So it's such a fast, quick make, you know. So this is what you should look like on the underneath side. Okay. This is what it should look like on the top side. And now we're going to top stitch this at 3.4. There you go. 3.4. And see, if I had this still here, I could write on that first.
Yeah.
But of course, the very edge of this is getting sewn in anyway. But I just wanted to prove a point about those excess pieces.
And why we made the original ones 2.5 instead of...
I mean, literally, it could have been a 1 by 2. But who wants to sew with that much?
Having the excess is good, because you can always cut it off.
Yeah, and you can make little errors if you need to. So now I'm just coming down through here and basting this together again. Okay. And remember, these stitches won't show because you're going to be sewing this at 1/4 inch in a minute. Sewing it all together. Now, I do want to point out something too. Okay, so we are totally done. Now we just have to sew the bag together. It's almost done. Oh yeah, we have to do that in a minute. But so this part right here, if you want to do a serging instead of a binding on this bag.
So right now she's just going to make everything even right there.
Yeah. You're going to make it even. Okay. The other side was already done. If you wanted to serge this, I say to go serge this whole perimeter now. Okay? Because once you get your D-rings on, which we're getting ready to make in a minute, it's going to be too bulky for your serger, at least for my 2 sergers. Right now I'm just over the sergers. But anyway, if you want to serge your edges and not bind them on the inside, I will show you how to bind them today. It is very nice not to bind them, but you need to make sure that your serger's working good and serge the edges now. And then we'll set this aside for a minute. Act like we serged it if we were going to. And where's the D-rings? Right here, just the D-rings. Okay, so since we're over here and not at the iron, and we'd have to wait for the iron to warm up, I'm not going to do that. But we're going to bend this in half. Now, if you were at your iron, you would iron this, okay? Iron it in half, and then have each side meet the middle, okay? Now, I'm going to clip this so you can see what I'm talking about. Sherry's doing such good camera work, you can probably see everything I'm doing. So that's what that's looking like, okay? These are going to be our D-ring connectors. So again, we're going to iron in half and press it if you want, or iron it, whatever. And then we're going to have each side meet that middle mark that we just made, okay? And now we will top stitch this using a 3.4 stitch length. Okay, the ends don't matter because they're getting sewn in.
It over.
Oh yeah, I did flip it over, and now I'm gonna 1/8 inch sew this down the side there.
Just to make it one piece.
Yep, and well, like I always
Chain sew.
So once you have that pressed, it'll stay nice for you. If you don't press it, then keep it nice with your own fingers. Which I could have my ironing station over here too, but I didn't. So like I said, the edges don't matter because those are getting sewn in. You just want to make sure these long edges are sewn. Okay. And we'll cut that off.
So look how cute.
So those are top stitched. Now, we will take these. Now, most of your D-rings come with a little seam right here. Can you see that, Sherry? The little seam in the...
Yeah, how they put them together.
Yeah. So make sure you're covering that part. So stick that in there. Bring it over to meet itself. And I like to just baste this together real quick, just so it stays as one piece. And I'll do that the same on the other D-ring. Put it in here. And you guys, I just realized, I'm sorry that I didn't look at the pattern to see in what order I was doing things. But I think, give me some hearts if you're able to follow along anyway.
Oh, you got some hearts.
Okay. I honestly, I write
so many of these.
I write the pattern only because Valerie says I have to. I feel like when you watch it, it's not necessary, but I do what I'm told. So, here. Now, you've got your 2 D-rings, okay? We want to place these in here. Let's see. We want to place these in here to where about 1/4 of an inch hangs off of the edge, okay? So basically, I'm looking at my rectangle here, and that's how I'm judging where this thing needs to go, okay? I've got about 1/4 of an inch hanging off. Now let me clip this so you can look at it. Okay. And now I'm going to turn this around and do the same thing. I'm going to just measure it up against the box like I did on the other end and clip it in place. Now what I do, and what I suggest you do,
well, and you can go in through, remember, and trim all that.
Yeah. But you know what? It's not. I probably will trim it just because. Right here, I'm going to hold this real still, and just on the very edge, I'm going to tack that down. Okay?
It's still on the 3.4.
And this, it wouldn't matter if I wasn't. That's a stitch that's not going to be seen. You see that you've got some overhang here. Same way on this side. I made this this way so you could have some overhang and be a little closer to your D-rings without busting into them when you sew it again. You got to have room to have 1/4 of an inch, clearance. Thank you. So this is what it should look like about now. You can trim up anything that's bothering you, anything that's not the same,
just
size.
Make sure you don't cut your stitches. Or you can just leave it be.
Or you could leave it be. I'm going to take my rotary and just trim this a little bit. Just up against this black. You can use your ruler if you want to. I just happen to be pretty adept with my cutter here. And you can cut this if you want, or you can wait till later. I'll just wait till later. So I think, does anybody have any questions? Or I'm sure Sherry's watching, so.
If you're binding, do you put these on first? There's a question
If
from
I'm
Berta. If
binding,
you're binding, do you put these on first?
yes, yeah. This needs to go at this step, whether you're binding or serging, you know. So, did I answer her?
Well, when you're serging, you did it before. You
Before,
put those.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would serge and
Where
then
do you put
the,
your tag? Eva says.
Oh, thanks, Eva. I'll do that right now.
Actually, I had it in my head thinking if they have a tag, where are they going to put it?
Well,
What is this little?
I like my new tags that Sherry made me. Let me burn this real quick. So if you have tags, instead of having to stitch them closed, you can burn them a little bit and make them melt together.
Yeah, these particular ones that have adhesive, like.
Well, it's just because it's nylon or whatever and
Oh.
it melts together. It will hold long enough for you to get it put in place. So I like to put them on the inside away from where this, remember when this is sewn together, you're gonna have a lot of bulk where that D-ring is. So you don't want any more bulk added to where that D-ring's gonna hit. So I just put it about here. And then I stitch it in. Thank you, Eva, because I would have made this and not put my tag in it. So I just tack it down on the very edge there. And that's that. Okay? So now you're going to fold this with right sides to, ooh, look at all this linty. With right sides together. And if you are worried about hitting your D-rings, you can place some painter's tape right here and hold these down, but you're also able to feel with your fingers as well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fold these with right sides together and see this mark, these seams right here. I'll show you what you're trying to match. This to this, this to this. So you're putting those together. And then you're gonna come down and clip the rest, okay? Make sure these are nice and lined up. Clip the rest. Oh, sorry, Sherry. You're doing a fine job of following me all around. It's hard because I have to be able to see it too.
Yeah.
Okay, so on this end too, we're matching this to this, like that. Okay, hold it nice and tight with your fingers while you get some clips. Now, if you want to, I like to put my clips where it's not gonna be interfering with my 1 inch down here. So I need to scoot this up a little bit. So I've got this all the way to where it's not, it's matched up and I don't have my 1 inch down here interrupted, okay? I will go ahead and trim my my doodads there. My doodads.
D-ring pieces, excess,
connectors, yeah. This COVID brain is real, y'all. Okay. But give me some hearts if you're following along good and if
Amy says
you're
unzip.
enjoying. Yes. If, especially if you don't have a number 5 zipper, the number 5 zippers are easy to open. If you have a number 3, you better have made sure before you started this to unzip it. Actually, if you haven't sewn yet, then you could just undo it and reach in there and open it. But the number 5s give you a little bit leeway if you forget, okay? So we've got it open because that's where we're gonna flip the whole bag through. But right now, we're going to mark with our handy dandy little 1 inch square, we're going to mark our corners, okay? We're gonna mark here right from the edge, okay, and here, right from the edge. Now,
this is for your box corners, you guys.
Yep. So I'm gonna put my little 1 inch away. I'm gonna get me a drink. Now, what we're gonna do is sew this at 1/4 of an inch with a 2.4 stitch length. We're gonna sew this 1/4 of an inch, and then we're gonna really back up when we get to this marking where our box is gonna be cut out. So we're gonna really reinforce our stitches here and here, okay? You can sew down into here, but you just don't want to, you can lift up and come down into here and then do this. But what's most important is to back stitch your stitches, okay? And over here and here, okay? And
so if you put those marks, it'll remind you.
Yeah, you can do that. So let me start this. Now, this is very bulky right here. So if your machine cannot do it, then you don't really have to start up in here and come down. You could drop your needle right here and go. If you have a hump jumper, which I'm gonna propose to Valerie to make us a bigger one. I'm sure she could do it. So
you mean a thicker one?
A bigger one. This is so tiny, and I'd like to have a bigger one. So
you hear that, Valerie? She's got a job for you.
So I'm going to drop my needle down in here. I'm gonna back stitch it. And see here how my foot's unlevel? See how the top of my foot is up here and the back is back here? You can slide your hump jumper in there, and then it'll even your, see how you could hear that I was going over that thickness, but it's fine because my foot is evenly placed. So now I can just come down through here. Oh, let me see. Probably took that out a little bit too soon. Let's go down in here. There. Now I'm through that thickness, and I'm just going to keep coming down through here. Now, this is my D-ring connector. I do like to back stitch where the D-ring connector is because it's going to take a little bit of punishment. And then keep coming down through here. And when I get down here, I'm going to stop at my line, and I'm going to back stitch it. And look at that. I eyeballed that just great. So I'm going to come down to where my box is, and then I'm going to back stitch it. Oh, rookie.
Real life sewing, y'all.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a rookie move. My machine just decided that it didn't want to back up because I did have it pushed. So I'm going to rip these stitches, a couple stitches, because I don't want to be into my box area. Okay, I want to make sure that I really back stitch right here because this is where I'm going to be boxing my corner, and I don't want it ripping when I do box it. Okay, Sherry, do you need to sit down?
No.
Okay. Okay, so that's...
Just don't ask me to walk tomorrow.
That's that. Now I'm going to start over here at the other side of the box at 1/4 inch, which I didn't mark at 1/4 inch very good. So I'm just going to follow my fabric. I'm going to drop in, and then I'm going to back stitch it to the box and keep moving. I'm going to come down to here and do the same back stitching. Wow, I eyeballed that pretty good too. Cut that off. Turn it. Come to your other point. And that one was way off. But nobody said you had to eyeball it correctly. I was just making marks so you guys could see what I was doing. So here we go. We're coming up towards the top. Now again, I'm getting ready to come up on this humpy part. So I'm going to I marked mine with arrows so I get the thicker part of the hump jumper. And I'm gonna come up onto here. And I'm gonna back up where the connector is, just to give a little bit more
Frankie wants to know
stability.
why didn't you just cut out the boxes now?
Well, she'll see why. She'll see why.
Hold on. Frankie.
Hold on, Frankie. There's a method to my madness.
Valerie's said she saw that good-looking Gordo on G's watch. When you turn, there's different pictures.
Oh, that's funny. He thinks that's
Frankie
so funny.
says, okay, G.
Hey, Frankie, you don't trust me by now? Come on, man. Give me some hearts.
Oh, Verna said, me too, in his swimwear.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite picture of him of all time.
This is her favorite picture of Jade. Oh, yeah.
There's my favorite picture of Jade.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now you're activating.
Okay.
Valerie says, great camera work.
Okay, so now...
I've told her before that we need to take her watch off. But
I'm not taking my watch off. So now I'm going to cut these boxes out.
here you go, Frankie.
And I don't have to worry about anything separating or anything because that's already cut
So that's why.
and enforced, okay? So I'm cutting this out. These are a lot of layers here. So you do need a good pair of scissors. Scissors, as Mommy called them.
Just be careful.
Just,
She's
yeah,
being careful.
I'm being careful not to cut through. I don't want to cut too much into my corner here. Hold on. Let me get this. Okay. I just don't want to cut too much into that corner. There. Cut that off. Sometimes you just need a little bit more precision. Anybody have any questions?
Thank you, Mary, for re-tagging those scissors. Sometimes the bigger scissors are not as...
I can't get to the corner as good because I'm afraid to cut too many stitches, but wow, I'm chasing this around like it's a dog. Okay.
Okay, so now your bag should look like that.
All right, now, if you're going to bind,
Move your...
You're gonna-
close your cutter and move it. Thank
okay,
you.
all right. Okay, so if you're going to bind, I highly recommend getting some.
Do we have a bag to show what it looks like when you don't bind it?
Yeah, I mean, most of mine I didn't bind.
Okay, so
But
let's show
I like
with
it.
and
I
without
like it serged. Well,
You want to...
let me see. Yeah, this isn't bound.
This is what she's going to show you why she's binding, or
So
what it looks like.
if you care that this looks like this in the bottom of your bag,
Yeah.
then you will bind it or serge it. If you don't care, just leave it because it don't make a hill of beans difference, but it still looks nice and clean because this is nice and clean. But, you know, let's just show how to bind it if you want to be extra. So I like to bind using my waterproof canvas 1-inch strips, okay? So I am going to bind the sides and the bottom before boxing these corners, or before actually making the box, okay? What is,
Eva says, I got a tip for you on that later, she says.
well, spill the beans
Spill the beans.
so we all know.
Verna says bossy she is.
Who?
Verna says that about me, I think.
Oh, she is always that way. So, what we're going to do, I do not worry about binding this top part. That does not need it. It's going to be up in the bag. No one will ever see it. Okay? And I got some loose hairs going on here. You can also trim down these seams a little bit if you're binding and you feel like you might not catch all of it. You can shorten it a little bit. Just make sure you don't hit your stitches. But anyway, you take a piece.
Almost done.
Yeah. You take a piece of waterproof canvas, 1 inch, and you can literally just fold this over and sew it. Now, ideally, you would be doing this with black thread.
Now, what she did, you just did it without saying it.
What?
What you did was you measured.
I measured this.
You just went like that, and then you cut it off.
Yep. And then what I'm going to do is bend this in half. And
Eva says, cut open the bottom of the interior pocket. Put the bag through there. That's too much drama. Oh, well, I don't know. It sounds like too much drama.
well, I don't know exactly. I can't concentrate on what she's saying, but if she thinks there's an easier way, then maybe she can tell us. She can show us, not tell us.
Okay, there you go. Now, there's the binding.
So there's half and half, halfway, right? And remember, waterproof canvas does not fray. So you don't have to worry about the edges. And usually, and I forgot till right this minute, usually I do not, I take about 1/4 of an inch off of here, so that way it reduces the bulk when you're doing the box. So take about 1/4 inch away
from the box.
From the boxed edge, okay? Same way on this side, because it'll be easier and less bulky if you do that. Okay?
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, now my watch wants to activate. Okay, so that's that, okay? So ideally you would just do this with black on the top and bottom, but right now I'm just gonna show you with what I've got in here, okay?
Turn the light on,
so we're just gonna pretty much do this 1/8 of an inch from the edge here, and you should catch both sides. And like I said, you don't have to worry about it raveling because it's waterproof canvas. Now, if you're doing regular binding, then you will have to fold the ends and everything because it can't.
That's what, okay, hold on.
Here.
So, Kathy Gideon says, did you say waterproof 1 inch for binding? Waterproof
Yes.
canvas. Yes. And that right there is the reason why she said waterproof, use waterproof canvas, because it doesn't fray.
Yes.
And if you have regular binding, it may fray there, so.
Now, as you see, I kind of was wider here than here, and it probably didn't catch on the other side. Look at there.
Yep.
Did I call that or what?
Yep, you called it.
So
Fix it.
I can go back and fix that a little bit. Just,
You probably went too fast because you're a speed demon.
well, and, okay. So let's just come onto here and just make sure that we got that. Like I said, this is the bottom.
Says regular binding gets bulky real quickly. Yep.
Yeah.
That waterproof is nice.
The waterproof canvas is nice. And I didn't make sure I held my threads, so. Anyway, that's that.
Got a little rat's nest
That's
in
the, and it's gonna be inside the bag, no one will ever see it. And so the sides here, let's see, this one, okay. So I'm going to just start here. I'm not gonna go all the way up, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna start a little bit down from here, just so this bulk, you can avoid that bulk. because this is up inside the bag and you'll never see it. So don't worry yourself with that and break needles doing it and everything. Take it from me, just, let me see. Gonna do this like a 1/4 inch from the edge. Okay. Again, we're not right on the edge because that'll get done when we do the corner. Okay, so same thing. Gonna put this in here. Try to make sure you've got half and half. That way you catch it on the back.
We're almost done, guys. Looks like
This-
we're gonna be at 2.5 hours.
Literally, you could have done this without the binding, but I just wanted to show with the binding in case you wanted to. It's really nice to do it with the serger if your serger don't act up. Hopefully I caught all that. Yep, I did. Cut these little threads. Okay, there's that.
That's what
And now we got one more side before we box the corner. Let's see this little piece here. Okay.
Linda says she really appreciates you doing the binding.
Well, you're welcome. I wanted to show you all the ways, but because some people just don't have the serger.
Or they might think why you need that. And then we showed, that's why I was being bossy and told you to show the inside of that bag to show what it looks like if you don't.
Yeah. So here we go again. We're just gonna get this sewn on. And like I said, ideally you would be doing this with the same color as your binding, both sides. That way you could hide any of the stitches.
Amy says, drink again, G.
Yes, I needed
Linda
that.
says she loves the way it looks.
So, literally, you guys, I should have been
Holding your threads. So you
holding
didn't
my
have that
threads
drama
and
right there.
yeah, but I really don't, it don't matter. Okay, so now you've got your sides binded before doing the corner. That way you avoid some of that bulk. The whole thing I'm trying to do is to make this domestic machine friendly, that everyone could do this. If your machine can't handle the binding,
Don't do it while you're talking. You need to explain what you're doing. See what you just did? You were talking the whole time and you were doing that. So
I was just saying, if you can't handle the binding, then don't do it. It's not that necessary. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my hand in the bag, and I've got my fingers up here to where I can match these two seams. Now, like I said, it gets a little bit bulky right here. So I'm matching these seams. I'm going to have one go one way and one go the other way. Okay?
marrying the seam.
Yep. So I'm doing that, and I'm going to clip this so it stays clipped. Now this is where the wide mouth clip comes in better. Okay, so I'll clip that and hold that. You can do them one at a time, or you can go ahead and do them both at the same time and get them to where you could just zip them in there. Now this one's going this way, so I'll push that top seam going that same way on the other side, so I don't have a little crisscross going on. So I'll push this, I'll make this seam go here and this seam go there. So it's running the same way.
So the top one needs to go the same way as the other top.
Yeah. And we'll hold that together like that. Now, I'm gonna sew it and then I'll put the piece of binding on. Now, yes, you could do it all in one fell swoop, but trust me when I'm telling you, if you want nice joins, just do it this way. So I'm a 2.4 stitch length, and I'm just gonna go straight across here, get it on, get it formed and everything. Now you might have this going on. It's okay. Just trim this and you'll be fine. When you put the binding on, it'll be great. Same way with this. Push this out of your way. It's okay. You're not going to hurt it. And just come across here at 1/4 inch. Cut it off.
Stewart said she never thought about using waterproof canvas. It's much easier than regular fabric.
Yes. Like Mary said, it gets very bulky with regular binding.
Yeah.
You know, you have to consider you're going through 4 layers of just the binding plus the bag, you know. So now your bag should look like this. Okay? And now all you have to do is do this. Do I have a smaller piece here? Sherry, up on the board. I got a smaller piece. I don't want to cut into this bigger piece.
Oh, okay.
There's a smaller piece up there. I just have these laying around, you guys, these smaller pieces.
Of canvas.
Yeah. So now I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. See here how I'm stretching it across?
A little bit longer.
A little bit longer. So basically, I normally just cut it like this. And then get it sewn on there. Remember, you don't have to worry about this. You can trim it after you've sewn it, or just hit it up like that. Okay? So smush your bag out of the way. Remember, you're not trying to form the box because you already did that. If you were trying to do that and put the binding on, I promise you it won't come out as well.
Mary says, G makes it not so fiddly for us all. That's right. She's trying to reduce bulk and make everything not so fiddly and friendly for your domestic machines. And Amy Zeller says, I have duck canvas. Will that work the same?
Duck canvas. That I do not know, because I do not know about duck canvas. So I can't answer that.
Else?
I'm sure Eva Missy has messed with that before, so maybe she can answer. So that's what that looks like. And now we've got this one.
Mary says, if it doesn't fray, then it should. Yeah. The duck canvas, I guess, if it doesn't fray.
So here again, I've got this. I'm going to double it over. I'm going to push on it to get it into my machine area. And if I know that it's not halved, you know, the halfway mark needs to be on this edge. Jean, show me a Coke. I keep taking my beautiful mat with me.
Linda says, I believe duck will ravel.
I was thinking that too, because
She
it
says,
doesn't.
I have it. It may fray. Then you can singe the edges lightly. She thinks. Oh, think you can singe the edges lightly. So avoid all that and just get waterproof canvas.
Anyway.
Why aren't you holding your thread so you don't have that?
Well, I don't know why this keeps...
because you're not holding your threads.
Well, and I'm not using a leader and all that,
Yeah.
because whatever. Okay, so there. And you can clean up all your stitches. So next thing to do is you can trim off all the little threads that you've got if you have them. But now what we're going to do is turn the bag right side out. So we're just going to start pushing the inside to the interior part to the inside here, and we're going to push through with our fingers. We're going to push where our D-rings are, and we're going to, especially, this is the most fiddly part that you need to make sure you get. You need to stick your finger in there and push so this turns out right, okay? Oh, I need to sew a little bit further onto that. Hold on a second. I need to sew a little bit further. I could have just
On your
foo-fooed it, but
on your binding.
it's on that top part.
Amy says thanks. She's trying to use.
Woo! Okay, see, that's what I was trying to avoid happening for all you guys. Okay.
Amy says she was just trying to use what she had.
Yeah, I think duck canvas
May be
is...
able to use wax canvas, water repellent canvas, cork vinyl, especially the scraps of these, she says.
Okay, and you want to use your handy helper to push these out too. It helps with this as well. And this too. Man, I've got little hairs or little threads everywhere, but okay, so this is what your bag looks like.
Yay.
That's all cotton, interfaced, and it stands up nice. I want to show you the corners, why it's important to do the corners the way I do. See that? How they're matching up? That's what you want to have happen. Okay? See that? It matches up. So that's the reason why I take the time to do that.
And then this
now
is
here's
what it
the
looks
inside
like
of the bag.
Yep.
And there's the tag down in there.
Yep.
And then you've got this zipper that's so nice and pretty.
You're getting lots of hearts.
And this. Okay? So there is the bag.
And we do have, don't we have a video on YouTube about how to make the strap? Or
No,
are you gonna
I'm
do
doing that here.
Okay, we're going to make the strap, so.
So if you need to go potty or something, go do that.
Go potty or
gonna,
take a break real quick. She's going to gather.
And me, I'm not taking a break. We're just going to get her done. I just want to show you guys how to make a strap and how to make a wristlet.
Okay, Valerie's telling me to check my text.
Okay.
So where's my phone? I think I put it up, so hold on a minute, Valerie. I've got to ping my phone and see where it is. Well, I'm going to show this.
I'm looking for your phone.
Okay, let me ping it. Let me ping it from my watch.
Here it is.
Best thing about iWatches is that feature right
phone.
there.
Here.
Let's see.
If anybody's not interested in doing a strap or a wristlet, you already know how, then you can do it. Then you don't have to watch this.
Oh yeah, the strap and the wristlet and all that is a basic, one of the other skills that you should have, because once you make one strap, you can make several of these bags and just switch them out. You don't have to make a strap for each
one. Right. So, well, come on over here, and I'm going to show you.
You're making a purple strap?
No, there's black here. This is the way Valerie sent it to me.
Oh.
In 2 different colors here. So this.
You all, aren't you glad that she put this quilt on this wall to get rid of all that drama that's behind there?
Whatever.
Yes. And here's our motto, in case y'all don't know. Real life sewing, y'all.
Okay. So this is webbing. This is webbing, and this is what my strap was made out of. Valerie has it in several colors, and this is a beautiful purple for Tater's Vikings.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so let's look at the last page. It'll tell you what to cut for your seatbelt or your webbing or seatbelt strapping. You can use whatever you want to use for it. And let's see what my measurement is 56 inches, and that's for big girls. You can do less for smaller.
You can adjust that size.
But this is adjustable strap, so it can be crossbody, it can be waist bag or fanny bag, it can be
under the
arm or a wristlet. So we are going to measure this into...
You got 4 ways to wear this.
56 inches, as I said? Yeah, 56 inches. So there's 30 and 26 is 56 inches.
Your cutter's on the other side now. Underneath the table, you can grab mine.
56 inches here. There's that. And
y'all
then,
like the mushroom on G's head?
And for and 12 inches for a wristlet. And of course, that can vary too, but this is just the size that
that'll cover
pretty much everybody. So you'll need for your strap a swivel clasp that is the same inches. So this is a 1-inch webbing, so I have 1-inch hardware. I'll need 1 for the wristlet, and then I'll need 2 for the strap, plus a slide buckle, which is this thing in the middle here. And I'll show you how to do all that at the machine. And that is good. This is nice webbing, Valerie.
Yes.
And I'll show you what to do when you first cut your webbing or strapping or whatever you're using. You might want to hit it with the lighter on the edges. If you catch something on fire, it's not my fault. I'm just showing you. You can fire the edges to keep it from fraying as much, especially when you're going to be handling it. See here how this one's doing? You can just... Okay.
Valerie says it'll be in stock soon.
Okay. What, the webbing?
What will be in stock soon?
I think...
And you mentioned how to attach the bracelet for the wristlet.
The bracelet is, I have one of those bracelets somewhere. You'll just do a swivel hook onto whatever hook thing is on the bracelet. They come with different hardware. It's usually like a key ring or something. And then you just attach it. Yeah. So...
Greg says he's learned a lot of tips today. Yes, Valerie said the webbing will be in stock soon.
Yeah, I know she's got some.
What are we looking for?
I'm looking for the silver marker right here. I'm going to mark this at a 1/2 inch and then at a 1.5 inches. Okay? See that? Mm-hmm. 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches. And I'm going to fold this and then fold this to here. I'm going to slide this in here. Wait. Slide this in here. So I'm folding it at the inch, and then I'll fold it.
That wasn't the inch.
I mean the 1/2 inch. And then up to here and pull it up to that 1 inch. And then I'm going to stitch straight across here. But I have to insert this first.
Turn your light on your machine.
I have to push this into here first, okay? So now it's nice and secure in there. And you can either put a rivet here, or you can just stitch across like I'm going to, because today I was just going to show everything done by the machine. Now, you want to do it, let's do it at a 2.0 stitch length, and let's use a leader. If I could find a leader up in here.
Question, hold on. Does that silver marker iron off? No.
No, it wipes off. So it's a vinyl pin, but none of these marks are going to be seen. So we're just going to use a leader, and then we're going to go right onto here, and I'm going to go straight across in stitching it, and then I'm going to go straight back on my stitches to reinforce it. Now, if you want, You can try to get closer to your swivel hook, but it's not necessary. You can make a little box, but I'm telling you, it's hard to get close to your hardware. This is about as close as I want to be. So I'm just gonna push this off. Or knot it up.
Mary has linked the leather marking pins, the silver, it's called silver leather marking pins, and they are fabulous. But yeah, you can scrape it off or scratch it off.
You can wipe it off.
Wipe it
How
off.
about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've licked my finger and done
And yeah, that does work. So.
I licked my finger and scratched it.
So, of course, if you were doing this for yourself, you wouldn't have done it. You would have changed to all black fabric or all black thread. This is just so I could show you
your wristlet.
your
So
wristlet.
put it on the purse and show it.
Okay, hold on. So, you can carry this as a wristlet if you want.
I'll model it at the end. I'll model.
There's
both
the
straps.
wristlet. Well, we got to get all this loose.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that.
So that's how to make the wristlet.
And then when you gift it, put the wristlet inside of here.
Sherry, Amy's funny. She said Sherry's come complete with DNA. Yes, I lick it and scratch it.
Yeah, that probably wasn't a nice thing to say. Okay, so this is your strap. It's done differently. And so we are going to make our webbing or strapping in front of us just nice and flat, so it's not curved. And we'll make sure that it's not twisted when we're doing things. So we're going to take this slide buckle and we're going to put it in here up through and down the other side. Can you see good? It's up here and down through here. Okay. Now, you're going to want to secure this. Okay, so just bend it. Just bend it to where you have it all secure underneath there and stitch. Now, if you want to stitch closer to it, go ahead if you want, but you can do 1 or 2 lines of stitching or whatever you want to do. I'm going to try doing this. This is supposed to help you not get a rat's nest, and it works sometimes and sometimes it don't.
Valerie says, should we sell 56 inches or by the yard?
By the yard, because for a 56-inch cut, you'll need 2 yards because it's only 36 a yard.
Yeah.
So we're just going to stitch across here like we did before and back up. Now, like I said, if you want to be extra and you want to sew a box onto here, I don't want to do it and show, well, I'll stitch a couple lines here. It's not necessary, but here I'm a little closer to my hardware, so I have to be careful. There we go. I did 2 lines. See, I hit. Oh gosh. Okay, I knew it was going to happen. I don't like to do that. So 2 lines of stitching.
Totally unnecessary.
It was totally unnecessary to do that, and I didn't need to do that. So I'm going to flip this over to where the bottom side, this ledge, is facing straight up. Okay? This is the underneath side. I'm going to stretch my webbing to where it's not folded, right? This is all coming out straight.
And now you just dropped it off the table.
Right, this is what happens when I'm trying to tell you, but just try to keep it straight, or you have to keep it straight with this part up. So you'll stretch your webbing in your hand until you get to the end, and you know it's nice and flat here. So you're going to insert your swivel hook, and you're going to come meet this See how it's nice and straight? You're gonna come and meet this slide buckle. So you're gonna come up through here and down the other side. Okay, down the other side. And now you have a completely adjustable strap here. So now what about the other end? You need another swivel hook. So we're gonna put this in here, face or with the hook up. You're gonna bend this in the back, kind of making sure that everything's all tucked in. Like I said, it's a great place to put a rivet if you would want to have a rivet. Did I say rivet, really? You didn't even get on me.
No, I'm over you.
Okay, well, one more stitch and we're done. Okay.
Amy says, Sherry, your filming is on point today. Thank you.
Thank you for noticing, you guys, because sometimes she's like, I'm not necessary. And I'm like, yes, you are necessary, because you get the best views that anybody can get, unless someone is filming alone and don't have a choice. But when you got two people, this is the view that you should be getting if there's two people.
Everybody's giving me hearts.
Yes.
Or maybe they're giving you hearts.
Well, how about giving us hearts? Because we each have our place.
She loves her bag, and she'll post pictures later when she gets home.
So there's the ends of the bag. So
says she gives us the best close-ups. Well, thank you guys.
Look at that. So now you can just hook this.
She says great job to both of you.
And hook this. And now this is a.
Get the model.
Okay, you can go model. Okay, you go model.
Where's the wrist? I'm gonna model that.
The wristlet, it's inside the bag. See, if you were paying attention, I said when you're gonna gift this, put the wristlet inside there. And
ta-da! So, Valerie and the girls, will somebody email me the list of all the participants, not just that's on the live, because I want to include everybody who is taking this class, and I'm going to do a raffle for this bag.
Yeah, because some of them paid and they're not able to watch right away.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're getting lots of hearts and hearts.
So this is the bag.
Amy says, G, your teachings are amazing too. I cannot wait to do mine. And Linda Gustava says, both of you deserve so many hearts. Yeah. And Valerie says, she is always necessary, not a party without you.
Aw. Y'all gonna make me cry. Okay.
Linda Olson said, Sherry, Zeke, Steele. Verna says, love your nails today, G. Linda Lombardo says, yay. You're a team. Equals each is not possible without both. Love and hugs. Greg says, great job, ladies. Linda says, we're a phenomenal team. Linda Lombardo. So thank you all so much. And we love those hearts going up and up and up. Great class with super and fun teachers. And Frankie says, I love these training videos. Thank you, you guys. We try to do our best for you and give you the best views so you can see from a sewer's point of view what is happening. And Mary says she learns so much each time that we teach her. You make us feel like family, Valerie says, and like we are there. Yeah, and like we are there. Lupe says, great class. Finished mine and love it. Oh, yay, Lupe. I want you to post your pictures, please.
Yay, yes.
Ice Baby says, thanks for the class. She learned a bunch.
So when I do get the list of everybody, I will make a wheel and we will spin to see who wins this bag. Also, I wanted to just show you how it works.
Valerie says, G, can you share your next project? I definitely will, and after Sherry shows off.
So this is the adjustable strap, so we can make it really long if we want to go like this. I tend to make it short. Like
Sherry, your crossbody is too short when you do a crossbody. Okay, well, show it longer. Yes, show it longer, like a real crossbody that hangs down.
But I like to make mine like this for when I'm in the casino, because well, especially if you're on the strip, you can get jacked for, you know, people love to like take your purse and run. But if you have it like this right under your arm, they won't do that. So that's good. And then, let me widen it a little bit because, oh, here comes Gordo. No.
Is that Gordo?
That's not Gordo. Oh yeah, it's Gordo.
Honey,
Oh,
we're still filming.
Still on film.
We're about to close it up.
So, and then I had to open it up a little bit for my waist.
Wonder why? I'm just kidding. But it still fits. And now it's
and then, so that's why it's so adjustable. It's helpful. And then
hence the reason why it's called Switch It Up, guys.
It switches to 4 different bags. So then here's my inside. I'm going to take my wristlet out and take this off. Whoopsie.
Linda says she's learned so much. Linda,
I'm going to put it in my wrist.
Rudolph. Great
Ta-da!
class. Can't wait to make my bag. Great teaching team. Thank you, you guys. We do appreciate it. And Sherry is not needing to model anymore.
Okay.
So how about let's read some of these comments.
Okay. And then we have a surprise.
We do?
Yeah, you're going to show something.
Oh, well, I know. Okay, so Margot says, awesome class. Taught me a bunch. Amy's saying, thank you to Stephanie, Jessica, and Valerie. Yes, without them, this wouldn't happen.
Yep.
Shao says, great job, sisters. Linda Gustavo is ready to see what you're teaching next. You guys are going to be so excited when I tell you about New Year's Eve, but I can't give you details because Valerie will need to do that and it'll come out soon. But Linda Lombardo says, I have 2 cut out but need D-rings. Yeah, get square D-rings because those are the best to use on this particular bag. And Mary says, remember Cyber Monday, things that I used in class that you don't have, you can use Cyber Monday sale for that.
Lots of hearts.
Lots of hearts. They're asking about Chewy and Gordo, and everyone's good. Love you, ladies, and all that you share with us, Glenda Gustavo says. So
now,
let me just share something.
So I know I've said it a couple times. Just make sure that I get the list, everybody at Classic Creations, and then I will do a drawing on a live video on this channel. Look at G. Okay, here we go. Here's the big reveal. This is going to be the next class.
This is going to be for New Year's Eve, you guys. Because if you're old like us, we don't go anywhere for New Year's Eve. It's too dangerous. And I don't like to leave the house anyway. This is a messenger bag with interior pockets.
Take it out and show it.
And zippered pocket on the inside. A magnetic closure. These are just for looks, but that will be included in your kit as well. There's going to be a New Year's Eve box. We're going to have a New Year's Eve box party. It'll be across 3 days, basically. Introduction and then 2 days worth of sewing. And we're going to make this beautiful bag.
Lots of hearts, lots of hearts.
And I will be teaching a different strap on this, and because it's not
adjustable.
You're
getting 1,000 hearts.
Nice, yay!
They're loving it, loving it, loving it.
So this is an accent part, and all the templates for this make the cutting so easy. Again,
that's what somebody was just asking. Is there a template that
absolutely.
we need? Yes.
Listen, I can't do without templates. I'm sorry. And that's why I'm spoiled and I have to have templates for everything. And I realize the Switch It Up can be done without templates, but did you see how fast I cut that bag? I mean, if you're ever going to make more than one, you have to have the templates. It's dumb not to, because the time that you save in not having to think about measurements, you just
and you got to remember, we made this bag on film in 2.5 talking and carrying on for 2.5 hours, but you can make them so much faster than that, especially if you're chain sewing them. And
literally, if you have everything prepped, well, everybody don't sew as fast as I do, but they are very fast. I can make them very quick. So
this is New Year's Eve.
This one is New Year's Eve. Leave comments if you're interested in the New Year's Eve box. I'm sure all the details are not ironed out yet, and the cost and all that, but this is what you're going to make, and it's going to be amazing.
Mary says Tater has made 10, right?
Tater's made about 16 switch-it-ups, I think, now.
Where did you get your zippers that you used? Linda Gustavus wants to know.
You know what? I have a plethora of zippers, and I couldn't tell you where those particular ones came from.
Linda's interested in the New Year. Linda Gustavus is interested in New Year's. Definitely. Amy says definitely. Margot says interested.
All
Kathy
right.
Gideon says interested. Linda Lombardo.
I knew this was going to be a good one. Amy has always wanted to make this bag, and so we made it happen. I'll be teaching this for that New Year's Eve thing.
And Mary says that she'll need the New Year's Eve box even if she can't sew along.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be like this. It'll be closed, and you can rewatch it.
Yeah.
We will have to talk to Valerie about how soon we can be putting things up on our YouTube, because we also want to put things on our YouTube as well. So we'll have to iron all that
Verna
out.
says she loves the fabric.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
isn't it
so cute. This red is amazing too. Reds are hard. But anyway, it's not going to be this fabric, you guys. This was just my trial run on this. And I did do a few tweaks. And so I'm just excited. I hope you guys will spend New Year's Eve with us too, because it's nice and safe in front of your sewing machine and not being out where the crazies are. So we hope you enjoyed today. We're glad that you came to share the day with us. And hopefully you learned a lot. Please leave lots of comments of what you learned, how you liked it, the angles that we showed. All of that is important for us to be able to keep coming back to you. So let us know.
Okay, everybody.
Thank you.
I will make an announcement probably like 30 minutes before I draw for whoever's going to win that bag.
Yeah, we'll do it live.
We'll do
Hey,
it
I
live.
want this bag.
No,
Look at that.
no,
That's
I already
nice.
gave it away.
Okay.
And, Amy called me Santa Sherry. Linda says hopefully the box will be available before.
Yes, that's why
Valerie said nice to spend time with people you love. Hope to have the kid up soon. Yes, Valerie, that's your goal.
She has a goal of sending them out like by December 13th, I believe. Don't quote me. So we need to get to know how many people are actually interested and all that. So please leave all your comments below and all your hearts as we take this day and finish it. And we say we love you guys and peace out.
Peace out, y'all. Bye.